I can use my own language in the app to send money around the world. Download the Remitly app today.
This is a large capacity, rechargeable backpack. A must-have for your travels. Multiple storage.
It is. I know she was awake. Èmi kí ẹ mọ ìyàn. Sunday. Orisha. You never sleep. Yeah. I ṣe fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ tajud wa ni báyìí. A ṣe fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ no going back. Bàbá nìyẹn wà látà. Wà látà. Èèyàn ti Koikimedia. Àwọn ní problem pẹ̀lú fóònù ìgbé lálẹ́. Wọ́n ní láti disconnect ẹ̀. Táwọn ọmọ ìfi ń ṣeré. Tí bá ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí, ó máa ṣe ló ń gbé géèmù wá. So mo ní láti switch around. Ó tán tì. Ṣebí? Àkúṣẹ́ ni. Káwa ta lọ́bi iṣẹ́ ni o. Àwa tá ní iṣẹ́ tá wà ní. Wọ́n apolówó advert nìsín. Mo kí gbogbo yín tí ń wọlé. Àwa ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ night video. Àwa fẹ́ ṣe báyìí. Mo kí àwọn mọ̀lẹ́bí mi ẹ kú àdúrótì, ẹ kú rọ́jú. Wọ́n ti gbà ká mọ̀ pé baálé wọn mo ti sùn mo ti jí a ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ wọnú ẹ̀mí lọ ó yà mí lẹ́nu báwọn Afẹ́nifẹ́re ò sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n ti jẹ gúgúrú wọ́n ti jẹ pa ṣé gbogbo ẹ̀ loud ṣé ń gbọ́ mi kétékété irọ́ ti pọ̀ jù mobile phone ni mo fi ń stream tí bá ti wà lazy ni máa ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ I can't be bothered to be using the software. wàhálà ẹkú iṣẹ́ iṣẹ́ náà là ń ṣe nílùú òyìnbó kò ṣeré ní Moscow mo kí n balẹ̀ Mr. Nurudeen àná àti wọ ó ti bàjẹ́ nísìnyí ó ti torí wọn bàjẹ́ gbogbo Yorùbá parapapapapa ẹ̀dẹ̀ bá mú mẹ́jọ. ṣebí wọ́n ní relé Nàìjíríà lọ fẹ́ Nàìjíríà tó ṣiṣẹ́ fún ìrànkan ṣebí ẹni máa kú padà ẹni máa pa ní lágbé dání ẹ̀yin gẹ̀lẹ́ máa kú kò ń ṣàwà wàláì ṣebí kò sódodo kankan mọ́ irọ́ ló wà ń bẹ̀ níbo la ti fẹ́ rí yẹn ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò ẹ̀yin ti YouTube a ṣe ń palẹ̀ mọ́ ni ṣebí happy birthday Sọmọborí Owó Media mo dáhùn pé bàbá yẹn náà ọmọ mẹ́rin ó ṣe àsìkò ti tó ilé tó lọ òmìnira ọ̀fẹ́ ó ṣe àsìkò ti tó ilé tó lọ òmìnira ọ̀fẹ́ ó ṣe àsìkò ti tó èmi ti sùn mo ti jí torí mo mọ̀ pé máa ṣe late night ẹ má bínú ẹ̀ tàwa lórí ọlọ́run mi kò mí ní láti change fóònù yẹn fóònù yóò dá wọn kò ṣe máa fi ṣe program wọn báyìí ẹ jẹ́ n post ilé àmọ́ start mi lórí ẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ odò àti wọ́n ti mess up fóònù yẹn mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí pé ṣe dáadáa ní Adébáyín ṣe Haúsá ní ṣe láfíà kó a ní ṣe láfíà kó ẹ farabalẹ̀ kẹ́ tó wo àkọlé ètò tálẹ́ yìí ǹjẹ́ Nàìjíríà ń ṣiṣẹ́ àti pé tí Nàìjíríà ò bá wá ṣiṣẹ́ kí la máa ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ wa mo kí gbogbo orí adé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá mo kí gbogbo ṣá ilẹ̀ Yorùbá torí pé tí bá ní kí n kí tìjẹ̀bú òde nìkan á dàbí pé mo wà bias mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin mùsùlùmí tó ń bẹ ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá pátápátá láì fẹ́ nìkankan sílẹ̀ bí a kà fi eléyìí ká fi ṣe Instagram yẹn because wá tá à ń ṣe yẹn mo tún farabalẹ̀ mo ń gbọ́ Yèyé Dára níbi tí mo ti pè sórí program wọn ẹ jẹ́ n play ẹ jẹ́ ìgboro ti dàrú pẹ̀lú àwọn oníràkàràkì àwọn oníròkòrókò ní sùúrù ya mo ti rẹ́rìn yó pé
Koiki ṣé kí n ju líǹkì sí ẹni kó gbórí wọn ṣó yìí torí wọ́n ti ní ìwọ ló ti lọ. Koiki ò dá wà láyì.
Àwọn wèrè.
Koiki ò dá. Ẹ̀yin náà ṣe yóò dá Koiki.
Àwọn wèrè. Èyí dára ti pa mí.
Tó lọ háàkì òmìnira káìtì.
Mo ti háàkì ẹ̀ náà.
Tó bá ti lè táìpù òmìnira káìtì lórí social media di nẹ́ẹ̀sì Koiki ló ń jáde.
Koiki ló gbọ́dọ̀ jáde. Orúkọ tó ń jáwó nísìnyí nìyẹn.
Koiki mo náà wọ ẹgbẹ́ torí mo ti dúró lójú bíi mẹ́ta mo ṣàwọn pé kí ni Koiki ṣe gangan náà. Kí ló dé tó wá wèlé Koiki èpè lójoojúmọ́.
Ojoojúmọ́ ni Ọlọ́run mo mọ tí mo ṣe fún wọn. Wọ́n ṣe mórúkọ mi lọ anywhere báyìí. Everywhere lọ mórúkọ wa lọ bá àfi kọ́lọ̀ kó ṣàánú.
Koiki ti yà bá mi ti wà lọ́wọ́ mọ́lọ́gọ́.
Àwa la máa lé social media. Ìgboro ti dàrú. Ẹ fẹ́ la a máa lé yín.
Ṣó lè bá mi háàkì gbogbo àwọn mídíà àwọn bá mi háàkì gbogbo ẹ̀ bá.
Èyí dára.
Pariwo ilé lórí òtútúkẹ́ onírùkòkò yẹn.
A lé yín léré ẹ̀mí á fẹ́ bọ́ tí mọ̀ kankan.
Wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọ́n tí rí.
Ẹ fẹ́ la.
Nẹ́ṣọ̀ àjọ ṣe ni ẹ̀yọ́.
Ẹ fẹ́ la.
Lẹ́tà bàbá. Ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀.
Ẹ fẹ́ sá. Ẹ fẹ́ kú.
Àti zero máìdì wa pẹ̀lú ní.
Ẹ̀yin kẹ̀. Ẹ tí ì rí nǹkan kan. Èyí dára ni ẹ̀. Wàhálà mo wo èyí dára mo sùn lọ ní lórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì mo wò débì kan wàhálà tà mo kí ẹlẹ́kan sí. Ẹ tí ì rí nǹkan kan. Wàsíù dẹ̀ ti wà ní London báyìí Ọlọ́run. Àwọn tó máa lọ jó Wàsíù lọ́la nísìn. Wàsíù dẹ̀ ló gbé sí bàbá wa báyìí. Ẹ tó bá ní fídíò yẹn ẹ bá mi resend ẹ wá ó dà pé mo ní but mo program ẹ dáadáa. Buhari ti sọ̀rọ̀ àti gbọ́. Buhari wọ́n sì ti dé London nísìn ó máa play lọ́la nísìn àwọn ọmọ ní coast máa jáde lọ́la mo jẹ́ra àwọn sister mi ní London ọmọ gbégbáyà jáde lọ́la fún Wàsíù àwọn ò ní lọ́lé o ibà ní gbogbo àjọ máa wà wọn ò ní lọ́lé rárá kí tó bá lọ́lé ó sáré lọ ṣe ìyàwó ló máa sá padà. Èyí dára mo kí Lady K mo kí Yorùbá Wòye mo kí gbogbo àwọn world media lájàrà gbóyin Dr. Zabi gbogbo yín pátápátá ni mo kí èmi àbúrò yín náà ni ẹni máa kú pàdé ẹni máa pa níta gbé dání ẹ̀yin lẹ máa kú sẹ àwa ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú Òde òun lọ́jọ́ Wàsíù èmi ò lọ́jọ́ Wàsíù ọjọ́ Wàsíù kọ Wàsíù ni wàlátà náà lọ́jọ́ Wàsíù ní kọ́kọ́ òun àti DJ Mind the Gap lọ́jọ́ máa play lọ́la Wàsíù rẹ̀ ló lọ gbé Buhari wá ló ní Buhari ti sọ̀rọ̀ àti gbọ́ Buhari kí la fẹ́ nà fún òun jayé ara ẹ lọ́nìí àwọn tó ń jó Wàsíù tí à ń jẹ yín ní Nàìjíríà mọ́mí mi Kẹ́mi bẹ́ẹ̀ lòun kí dáadáa ẹ máa jó Wàsíù kẹ́ máa tanra yín ṣé YouTube mi ò clear dáadáa náà ojú mi lórí rẹ̀ ẹ má bínú lo full broadcast wa Wàsíù lè jáde kó sọ pé Nàìjíríà ò ṣiṣẹ́ ó ní Buhari ti sọ̀rọ̀ àti gbọ́ olóbùkún ní gbogbo wọn mad people all over the place Wàsíù wá kàjọ gbogbo yín ó ta Buhari fún yín for 8 years Buhari ò rí pánpán ṣe Wàsíù dẹ̀ ló ta Buhari fún yín torí mẹ́mbà APC ni Wàsíù kò ṣàkọrin fún PDP àwọn ọ̀pọ̀ lórí burúkú làwọn PDP àwọn yẹn tẹ̀ bá nǹkan jẹ́ ni Jonathan ológogoro bó ṣe máa mú ògógóró títí nínú Aso Rock ògógóró ló máa ń mu president wèrè ní Buhari ti sọ̀rọ̀ àti gbọ́ Buhari ti sọ kò jẹ́ kí Buhari sọ tó fẹ́ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Ìjẹ̀bú Òde no dey carry last mo sọ fún yín pé n ta gbé dání bó bá su gbogbo èèyàn èmi ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni irọ́ èmi kẹ̀ ṣé bàbá ṣé bàbá ṣé Buhari ṣé bàbá ṣé Buhari ṣé bàbá ṣé Buhari ṣé bàbá mo kí ẹ Maize Gold mo kí àtó bí mi lọ́mọ ẹgbẹ́ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yàrá lùbáríkà comment kò clear dáadáa bí ojú ẹ̀ dán láptọ̀pù yìí ni mo mọ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ mo mọ tó yẹ kó clear dáadáa ó clear lọ́dọ̀ mi kí n nu ojú ẹ̀ ṣé pé dust wà lójú ẹ̀ ìyàwó mi ní bí a dust wà lójú kámẹ́rà ẹ jẹ́ kí n nu ojú ẹ̀ no doubt dust ó ṣe dust it will make any difference yàwó náà kámẹ́rà yẹn ò dání kámẹ́rà laptop yẹn ò sharp dáadáa but it's okay I manage ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ jàre Queen Momo Mr. Koiki bank manager turn to police ọlọ́pàá máa kó everybody ni kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ọlọ́pàá máa kó everybody ni Deji Ali àgọ́ ìwòye no dey carry last àwa ẹ lọ find out history Yorùbá Ìjẹ̀bú bá British fa tó tán lẹ̀ ìtàgbé dání mo kí yàrá Fọláṣadé Òjó mo kí àwọn èèyàn náà bàbá wa Nurudeen a ti ní Yorùbá nation la fẹ́ àníkẹ́wọ àkọlé tó talẹ̀ yìí Abiodun sọ pé Wasiu also participating in snatching ballot box in the last governorship election in Lagos Wasiu ti dé London nísìnyí ó land sí I'm sure pé Luton airport ló gbà wọlé because mo rò pé Heathrow níbi tí mo rí yẹn ó ti wà London nísìnyí wọ́n ti fi sí hotel kan nísìnyí I'm sure pé sisi eléko kan dẹ̀ ra wà ń bẹ́ a máa tọ́jú bàbá a máa massage gbogbo ara bàbá ìwọ wà Nàìjíríà àbọ̀ ọmọwé yẹn lọ Queen Momo àbẹ́rẹ́ pé ọlọ́pàá ti dé bank manager ti dé ọlọ́pàá Nàìjíríà wọ́n ní which kind powder I put for face orí bẹ́ẹ̀ náà èmi ò ń kún powder láì ṣe ìyá scammer yẹn a lè títí kò lè gbójú ẹ̀ jáde mọ́ fìyà yẹn sílẹ̀ Fátọ́pẹ́ Taofik mú kí Ìgbòho Òòṣà ìmọ́lẹ̀ Yorùbá a máa nífẹ̀ẹ́ kò ní torí pé tá bá nírú Ìgbòho 10 tó bá jáde àti fa Nàìjíríà yà ti pẹ́ láti 3 years mo kí owó yín mo kúkú kó powder bí a laptop yẹn ló ń ṣe mẹ́sẹ̀mẹ́sẹ̀ mo ní máa lo laptop yìí fi stream mo like rárá ó yẹ kí n ti lo Alienware yẹn a rẹ̀ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ program ṣe bá manager bẹ́ẹ̀ jàre back view mi lélẹ̀ tí bàbá yẹ kẹ́ rí ọmọ mi kan nítorí pé mo hold wọn tẹ́lẹ̀ ni mo ti ṣí ogun ọ̀lẹ̀ nísìn ìkan wà nínú àwọn tó ń bá mi ṣiṣẹ́ ó mad gan bí méjì ni wọn ìkan ní àyà bí Koiki ni ìkan tó wá wà láàrin wọn kọ́ lọ́ bá ń dúró táwọn ọmọ yẹn ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀ gbogbo àwa media we are working round the clock pé yé ìdára ti lọ sùn báyìí nísìn ní Germany ayé ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ tiwa ní London ni London no dey carry last mo ti rí Lady K ti jáde bàbá Èkìtì ti jáde tí gbogbo wọn bá ti sùn èmi ṣe jáde back to back ṣẹ́rí Nigeria is a failed nation kí ló ń pè ní failed nation òun la máa ṣàlàyé interactive platform ní lálẹ́ a máa ka comment ìwọ náà comment tó má kọ̀ jókòó síbẹ̀ sórí tí ìbá yóò bá tẹ́ lọ́rùn ìbá yóò ń ṣe mọ́ tó fi comment má bú bàbá Ìgbòho má bú professor o lè bú ìyá onídọ̀tí yẹn kò sí tó kàn wá ìbá intellectual platform ni ìwọ náà comment tó bá wá tẹ́ lọ́rùn o lè lọ wo porn movie mo ṣeré o adult movie ọkùnrin àti obìnrin tó ń bára wọn sùn ó wà lórí social media àbí kó lọ gbọ́ fracas mo kí pásítọ̀ Adéyẹmí ẹ má bínú ẹ ti pè mí títí ọwọ́ mi kún ni wọ́n ní ìkan jẹ́ àpótí ṣubú gbogbo àwọn pípẹ́ ẹ fáwọn yẹn sílẹ̀ wọ́n yẹn dá kọ̀ọ̀kan mọ̀ àpótí táàrí nígbà tá à ń ṣe rálì kiri tí bàbá Ìgbòho wá lọ sí Benin Republic tó wá gbére ẹ̀ jáde tó náà ń kó àwọn ọlọ́dẹ káàkiri ṣọ́mọ ohun tí Ìgbòho lè fi sílẹ̀ tí gbogbo ọlọ́dẹ máa wá bá ní Ìbàdàn wàláì Ìgbòho òòṣà Ọlọ́run fún lẹ́bùn yẹn ni ẹ̀bùn tọ́lọ́run fún èmi rí ní 6 months ní gbogbo àwọn jáde tá jáde àtàgbẹ́kọ̀yà àti OPC o gbogbo adájọ máa ń pàdé tàbá ń jáde lọ. Àpótí ọ̀ràn àpótí kọ̀ mo ti sọ fún tó bá tún dárúkọ mi pẹ́rẹ́ ẹ̀jẹ̀gbà. Apostle Chidere Irori said, continuation of the zoo is someone wish for his or her early grave. Nnamdi Kanu said so in 2020. Love Nigeria, you will die. Kí má máa tún dárúkọ kí má tún jẹ́ kó wà popular. Gbogbo àwọn tá jẹ́ kó popular náà nísìn. Wọ́n ti kó wa lómi ọbẹ̀ jẹ lọ. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi. Wọ́n ti fi fraud everybody. Mad people all over the place. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, àpótí òṣì ló ń jẹ́ àpótí ẹ̀rí. Koikile mi jẹ́ máa bá ẹ̀ fan tó tán lẹ̀. Èmi tẹ́mi ń bá British fa wàhálà lẹ́yìn wọ́n sọ pé ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà Nàìjíríà. British làwọn bá fa wàhálà. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé lọ́la ọ̀la máa dùn ní UK. Àwọn kan tún máa protest. Wọ́n ní it is not our king. Mo like UK. Ìgboro máa dùn lọ́la. So àní bá tẹ̀ pẹ́ náà èmi kẹ̀ mo tún ti dìde láàárọ̀ ọ̀la. Ọlọ́run fún mi lẹ́mìí gbogbo. Kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín bàbá ọmọ ṣe bí bàbá yẹn tún send voice note kan sí mi pé bàbá Koiki mo bẹ̀ yín ni ẹ double up èmi gan dúró ẹgbẹ́ yẹn wò mí wọ́n mi lókè mo wá padà sí ẹ àfi tó bá yẹ pé tí mò ń ṣe ó yàtọ̀ sí tí mò ń sọ ẹ tí gbọ́ mi tí mò ń ṣe lẹ́yìn tó bá yàtọ̀ sí tí mò ń sọ ní gbogbo tẹ́ bá ń ṣe máa ràn mí because inú kan la fi ń ṣe tó ṣe ti financially ni badly affected physically mo dúró pa mentally mo dúró pa bẹ́ẹ̀ bá attack Ìgbòho bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ò bá attack Yèyé Dára ó máa gbà sí fún yín tẹ́mi ò bá attack Bàbá Èkìtì máa attack yín ẹ ṣàfihàn àti international world sílẹ̀ kébì máa educate yín nípa Nàìjíríà. We all have different roles we are playing. Role tèmi play ó máa yàtọ̀ sí role táwọn play. Aziz ó send the voice note kan sí mi mo wá reply mo wá ní káwọn ọmọ Oòduà náà sọ èlò sí ìfẹ́ tí mo ní sí nìyẹn ní Miami. Ó fi wá dálé iṣẹ́ lẹ̀ sí Ìjẹ̀bú Òde ṣé ibi tó sí náà tó sí security and Nigeria is a failed nation. Kí ló ń pè ní failed nation? Ẹ má bínú fún quality yẹn lálẹ́ ẹ bá manager tí n bá ti fẹ́ lo sórí engine mi gangan lélẹ̀ engine Koikimedia sórí tí Koikimedia fi ń dún tátátá òun lélẹ̀ engine yẹn lélẹ̀ kò jù báyìí lọ in tó ń pariwo mọ́ Nigerian government lélẹ̀ òun lélẹ̀ sórí alien well ló ń pè ó wúwo bí irin ni tí bá ti fẹ́ lazy ni mo kún lò. A ní Nigeria is a failed state. Ẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ Tinubu ló wà lẹ́nu sí. A náà àyè ti Tinubu bàbá Jagaban bàbá mi Kúnlé Ṣítà mú kí n ṣé Buhari ṣé bàbá lórí burúkú Ọlákúnlé tèmi ẹ̀yin tèmi lórí mixella ṣe ti gbórí wọlé ìjẹ́rìí bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ń sun ọmọ àdìde mo jẹ́rìí aláwọ̀ bàbá wàláì àwọn yẹn dúró tán àwọ̀ kì í ṣọmọ àlè mo sọ fún yín pé mo dúró pẹ̀lú Yorùbá nation for life mo sì mi ti ní kí n máa ṣe máa dá yín lóhùn pé ìjọkíjọ tó bá bọ́ sí náà ni bọ̀ pé kò ní bọ́ sí yẹn ìrọ̀lẹ́ pa Ọlọ́run máa fún gbogbo alẹ́ mi gúngùn a máa witness ẹ̀ fúnra wa gbogbo ẹni tó bá ń fà wá lẹ̀ ìrọ̀lẹ́ pa Nigeria is just gonna collapse. A kàn sọ fún àwọn èèyàn wa pé ẹ máa fọkàn sí pé Nàìjíríà máa pín whether church sọ mọ́ṣáláṣí sọ kò sọ a ní ọ̀rọ̀ wọ̀ yíra wa It's a failed country. Benny, they all came to steal and scatter together with their bad mother. Nigeria has get to the stage that people are now asking questions that we've never asked before. The reality question. Tomorrow in UK, some people will be allowed to protest that King Charles is not their king. That is the kind of society that we want. Yala Lubarika, Yalude Ijana, Otafabel. Àwọn ìyá yẹn pẹ̀lú Queen Momo, àjọ máa ń pàdé lórí comment section. Ọlọ́run ló ń ṣe okùn ṣàwà ta lèmi. Ìgbòho ní Ọlọ́run ló ní ẹ̀mí òun. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ náwó sí lọ́tún lósì ní tàdúrà ní towó ní ti gbogbo ẹ̀. Báwọn kan bá gbọ́rọ̀ Ìgbòho báyìí àyà wọn á kó sókè. Ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀. Ìgbòho tó kúrò ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ gbọ́ analysis tí mo ń gbọ́ gbogbo analysis yẹn. Gbogbo tí Yèyé Dára sọ yẹn confam ni. Oh my God. Sẹ́rí ọkọ̀ tí ní kí máa sunkún lórí ṣóòlù náà. Nígbà tí wọ́n kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ̀mọ̀ kí máa ń sunkún gan. Koiki wọ́kẹ̀ máa tún sunkún. Fọkàn balẹ̀. Because when I look at mo ní ìjọ tí wọ́n mú chief mo wà ní transit. That shows the kind of love I have for him. Ọ̀sán lè mi gbéra kúrò ní Benin Republic tó bá mọ̀. Alẹ́ ni flight chief. Kò dẹ́n ṣe pọ́n mu. Chief ló fara ẹ̀ lẹ̀ fún wọn. Ó ní òun lélẹ̀ kí lẹ fi ṣe fóun. Ó ní ibi tá a sọ̀rọ̀ sí. Ó ní ibi tá a fọ̀rọ̀ sí. Ìyẹn abẹ́ẹ̀kún nìyẹn wà. Ẹ mọ ẹni tó ń pè ní Ìgbòho. Òòṣà. Ó wà ní Benin Republic. Ó tọ́bù problem ẹni tó wà Nàìjíríà. Kò kúrò ní Benin o. But analyst ẹni tó bá gbọ́ analysis yẹn ẹ lọ fa èmi ò ní láti tún máa ṣàlàyé tí Yèyé Dára sọ. Yèyé Dára have said it exactly, perfectly. Yèyé Dára trapped or there fún chief kò ń ṣe kékeré. Tó bá yẹ pé ibi tí a fẹ́ ṣe dáadáa, right? Private jet ló máa gbé chief kúrò níjọ́ tá a fẹ́ kúrò yẹn. Private jet. And that private jet goes straight to Germany. No stopover. Bí Yèyé Dára ṣe sọ gangan lórí. Mo bẹ̀ mo ní aláyé ẹ̀yin ò ṣe máa lọ ẹ̀yin má tún padà sí airport nígbà tẹ́yin ti jáde yẹn ẹ má tún wọlé padà ẹ mọ̀ kéèyàn jẹ́ akíkanjú èèyàn Ìgbòho ní kí ló máa ṣe fóun wàláì ó ní coordinator ẹ̀yin náà tún jáyà ni mo ní èmi kẹ̀ òòṣà wàláì mo ní láti sọ ìlú tí mo wà fún yín connecting flight ni mo wà mo ń dúró fún connecting flight mi padà sí London ní chief pè mí pé o máa lọ bá wọn padà òòṣà fún rẹ̀ ṣe rí kí èèyàn ní àyà ojú ogun lọ. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Yèyé Dára analysis yẹn dáadáa mo ní láti yọ kúrò náà mo ní láti add mọ́ but mo kàn lè top up díẹ̀ sí ni ó ní ibi tá a fọ̀rọ̀ sí. He didn't want to travel. Abẹ̀ wọn ni ẹ̀tẹ̀ máa lọ. Pressure ti fi pọ̀ jù wàhálà ti fi pọ̀ jù. Mo sọ fún yín pé níjọ́ rally Saturday July 3rd chief tún ní ká máa lọ sékòó. Imagine tá bá yọ sékòó níjọ́ yẹn Nigeria máa blow. Alátàlá ìsúnmọ́ bí láì lásìlá hùwà. Because ìbínú pé wọ́n wọlé wá bá yẹn ìbínú yẹn la máa gbé dé Lagos State nǹkan máa bàjẹ́ rẹ́rẹ́ máa rún òkú máa sun lọ but Nigeria máa destroy from that day and you know lára àwọn tó sọ fún chief pé no, there's always another time. Máa nífẹ̀ẹ́ kò ní. Ẹ lè nífẹ̀ẹ́ tó mi, máa nífẹ̀ẹ́ kò ní. Wọ́n á dúpẹ́ fáwọn ìyàwó wọn, àwọn ìyàwó dáadáa tó dúró tán, tí wọ́n ṣe iyèméjì. I met them. Èyí tó kù ẹ máa kà nínú ìwé mi. Àwọn exclusive pictures. But we are still on the right track. Chief have not left Benin Republic. They've tried to destroy him. They've set up everything to say that tó bá gbéra oní oríṣiríṣi tí government ti prepare for. And we are waiting. But into my destroy Nigeria, ó ti wà nínú Nigeria láti 1960. Kí ni nǹkan tó fẹ́ destroy Nigeria? Kò sífẹ̀ẹ́ láàrin gbogbo wa. We are all living in denial. Momsimi, in fact, Osha is a citizen advice officer. I was surprised to see that Osha is still solving people's problem from his rest. Nínú ilé ẹ̀, kọ́ọ̀lù kí àfi tèmi bá pè á disconnect whoever tó bá ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ àfi tó bá yẹ pé ìyàwó wọn àtàwọn ọmọ wọn ẹ̀rọ kì máa ń sọ yẹn. But lẹ́yìn àwọn mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta yẹn, tí bá pè chief tẹ́ bá ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ á disconnect yẹn. Ó wá solve problem upon problem, problem upon problem. Nigeria is a failed nation. Ẹ wo kéèsì kékeré máa dùn. A tún máa fi ṣe example lálẹ́. This is why we are saying, Fenyodo, I am in my 40s. I have failed you because I should have been talking about these 20 years ago. But I was selfish, just thinking about myself and my family alone. Ẹ̀yin mọ̀ bó ṣe ń dùn àwa lọ́kàn nísìnyí pé irun tí mo gbé dání òun ló yẹ kí n ti fi bá ọmọ ọ́fíìsì já òun ló yẹ kí n ti fi gbàwé mi lọ́wọ́ wọn. Ẹ ti gbọ́ nǹkan tí mo sọ. Tó bá yẹ pé mo mọ̀ pé ọ̀rọ̀ 1914 yìí mo get the understanding ẹ̀ dáadáa ni nígbà tí mo dé ní 1998 ìyẹn la máa present to home office. Oh my God, ẹ gbọ́ láyé mi dáadáa. In tí mo mọ̀ nísìn tí mo fi ń ṣe program, I wish I know these 24 years ago. I wish. Because it would have been one of the best journey. And I have failed you. Because I came here in 1998 and I was just thinking about myself up to some extent and my own immediate family. And for me to be in my 40, and I'm now telling you in your 20s, I was in my 20s. And I was given an opportunity. Ike Keremadu with far better than you in Nigeria tonight. Ike Keremadu is on a night out. Oti sunisi in Tonkpeni. Oti gba freedom. A mini freedom because mo iti commit offense kokon. So I'm outside. But about the commit offense of years in the prison, wọ́n máa gba freedom yẹn fún ìgbà díẹ̀. Ike Keremadu is not coming to Nigeria in the next 10 years. Forget it. Ó máa serve half of his term, the prison. Wọ́n máa release a sitter for the remaining term. That means the next 10 years, Ike Keremadu is in London with me. And that will be Tabamu 44 plus 10. Kini eje, she 54 ni abi 64. Mas mi odara 44 plus 10. Mo ti ba kọ sílẹ̀ 44 plus 10. 4. Yeah, 54. Níbo ni wọ́n máa wà in 10 years? Kíni yóò ṣe tó máa pẹ́? Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń rò pé Tinubu, maximum. We pray for his good health, even though we know his health is very, very fragile. He should not be contesting even to be thinking about becoming the president of Nigeria. The love that you guys have for Tinubu is okay. But Tinubu is only going to be the Nigerian president for 8 years. Ọdún mẹ́jọ, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tinubu máa ti parí oyè. Ike Ekweremadu tó kúrò London. Kábíyèsí Elédùmarè Ọlọ́run ọba. Do you know that Ike Ekweremadu was planning to be the governor of Enugu State? Ọlọ́run ní kò tí tó àsìkò, ó máa rẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ sí bíbá. Ọlọ́run lè máa tún máa ṣọ́ ẹ̀mí ẹ̀. Torí pé a lot of them, they've turned into diabolic things. What if you want to see oríṣiríṣi. So even for him to be here is okay. But Ike Ekweremadu is far better than many of you in Nigeria and some of you outside some countries. I'm sure when you're not alive, I'm not alive and they're calling. That's unfair. I take back call. Don't wait. I take back call. I'm sorry. I don't want to be distracted. Anika gbọ́lọ́n tó bí Allah Akbar. Ike Ekweremadu tí ní padà sí Nàìjíríà tí Tinubu máa ṣe tán. A kò máa gbọ́ gbogbo news Tinubu ni. That is what I say that Ọlọ́run tó fi ìyẹn làwọn kan ṣe sọ pé Koiki yẹn máa bá ṣe lọ but Ọlọ́run ló ní àrà tó máa dá. Bó mo wà lẹ́jọ́ kan nísìnyí wọ́n sọ pé yẹn torí Ọlọ́run fi dára kí wọ́n lọ jókòó kí má bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ kí má fi ọ̀rọ̀ jomi ọ̀rọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà ò gbádùn ká má máa ṣe program kí wọ́n lọ fọwọ́ lérí báyìí. Ọlọ́run máa dára. Àwọn onílẹ̀ máa dára because ilẹ̀ tí gbogbo wa ń jìyà lé lórí yẹn kò jẹ́ ká jìyà lé lórí. Ike Ekweremadu ní wọ Nàìjíríà tí Tinubu máa fi ṣe tán kábíyèsí Elédùmarè Ọlọ́run ọba o. Ìwọ wá sọ pé kò sí Ọlọ́run. Má jàjà ìsìn fẹ̀sìn sílẹ̀. Jájàjà kí ló dé tí Nàìjíríà fi jẹ́ failed country tí tó wá ní impact lórí ayé mi àti wọ. If this is not the kind of platform you want, like I said, YouTube, Facebook, oríṣiríṣi ló wà nínú ẹ̀, wèrè wà níbẹ̀, asínwín wà níbẹ̀, technology wà níbẹ̀. Àjókòó afárabalẹ̀ gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀. Tí grandma tèmi fi kú ní Adédìjà àdèrè ní phase 2. Omi ò lọ sókè, a máa lọ ń pọnmi nísàlẹ̀ ni. Ìwọ wá ń sọ fún mi pé Nàìjíríà máa gbádùn. Lọ́dún wo ló fi gbádùn? Basic things of life. The SDG code of the United Nations. The number 1 says no to poverty. Ike Ekweremadu has been arrested here for 10 years. Kò ní wọ Nàìjíríà, kò ní smell in Nàìjíríà, kò ní jẹ oúnjẹ Nàìjíríà, àfi tó bá ti ń ṣe nínú prison. Ó dàbí pé Belmarsh ni. I don't know which of the prison officer. Ta ló lá idea. It would be nice to go in front of the prison and just do a live program from there. Do I pity him? No. Do I pity the daughter? Maybe a little bit. John Nicolo sick. Do you know millions of Nigerians that are going through the same problem? Do you know that it will have cost them 80,000 pounds to buy a warrior operation? Yeshi. Nigeria is a failed state, failed nation, and it is not going to work. Your pastor, your imam, Belmarsh Domawa, okay, ni Woolwich ni ewa, Eshegoni, ma gbe yin lọ síwájú be. Ebi ní time, e ma ko ti ni mo níṣẹ́, backpack guy ní London. Tó bá yẹ pé Al Jazeera ni mo bá ṣiṣẹ́ mo mọ eti mama gbà. Tó bá yẹ pé BBC ló employ mi tán gbé mi káàkiri, wọ́n máa ṣe insurance lórí life mi. But ní gbàgbé mi náà. That's all I'm asking for. So kékèké tó bá dẹ̀ ń wọlé lọ́tún lósì, tẹ́ fi ń support wa, we're happy. Belmarsh, okay, ní Woolwich, ọmọ ibi tó wà, máa gbé lọ síbẹ̀. The prison tí Ike Ekweremadu wà, only 24 hours electricity. Ìwọ tó ń wò mí nísìn, ó lọ ń fi owó òfin charge mobile phone ní 2023. And these are meant to be our politicians that should have done the best. Mr. Deji, Benny, Moki, Mr. Teller, Ishola. Shout out to everyone that is with me tonight. Anika Fokobale. Some might be asking, but báwo ni gbogbo kìíní ẹ̀ ṣe máa wá wáyé in reality? Because in terms of ó ṣì ń dàbí magic fellow me. But ṣé bí wọ́n ṣe mú Ike Ekeremadu, do you know that Ike Ekeremadu and the wife were almost going to leave the country? Airport ló ti dá wọn dúró. Airport. Nígbà tó Ọlọ́run fi arrest wọn. So Ọlọ́run yẹn, Elédùmarè yẹn, àwọn onílẹ̀ yẹn, wọ́n kúrò níbi tó wà. But ojú ń pọ́n àwa ọmọ ìdádámọ̀, which there's nothing wrong in that. Ike Ekeremadu sẹ́, ó ṣì máa wà ní London tí Tinubu máa ti ṣe tán. Because Tinubu will not be able to do 3 terms. Méjì náà ló máa ṣe, just like say Baba. But what are the indices? Kí la fi lè mọ̀ pé ìlú kan ò ṣiṣẹ́, òun ni the rule of law. Àwọn mú Nnamdi Kanu wọ́n jẹ́ kí law ṣiṣẹ́. Ti gbọ́ mi. Okay, let's even for argument's sake, just for argument's sake, there's always something for argument's sake. Even if Nnamdi Kanu committed the crime, ṣé kò jẹ́ kí law kó work láti sọ pé okay, up to the last time tó máa fi sentence ẹ̀, wá dẹ̀ fi sí. Do you know that normally, Nnamdi Kanu is not meant to be in the DSS custody. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ìlú tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ni, ó yẹ kó fi sí prison ni. Àwọn èèyàn adé lè máa lọ wò níbẹ̀. Then prison, let me say something to those of you. Prison is like a reform center. Ẹ gbọ́ mi dáadáa. Prison is like a reform center. Mo jí kíní ní store nísìn. Mo lọ sínú store, mo wá pamọ́ ẹ̀, but mo ti gbàgbé pé ó ní alarm. So nígbà tí mo wá fi jáde, excuse me, come here. Ó wá rí pé mo jí. Ó wá pọ̀ ọlọ́pàá wá. Ọlọ́pàá máa ní mo ti jí kíní. Because for the fact pé mo ti mú kúrò nínú store, mo ní intention láti sanwó fún. Now, ọlọ́pàá kọ́ ló láti nà mí lẹ́gba pé o lè ní mí. I'm talking about in reverse to Nigeria now. Ọlọ́pàá ló ń lọ yẹn nísìn, ló ń bọ̀. Ọlọ́pàá wá gbé mi dé. Number one, moment ọlọ́pàá bá dé, mo ní right. My God. I'm just giving you the basic. Èmi mo lọ jalè. Agree, èmi mo lọ jalè. But mo tún ní right as ẹni tó lọ jalè. Right mi dẹ̀ ni pé wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ fún mi ní access. Mo lówó, mo lówó. Àwọn lọ́yà UK oríṣiríṣi ni wọ́n ti jẹ́ mọ̀lá. Wọ́n pè kinní kan ní ẹran mi lórúkọ ẹ̀. Legal, àwọn tó bá lówó tó bá fẹ́ gba legal aid. Àwọn kan lò nílùú yìí, wọ́n sì ń lò dọ́là. Now, lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ tí ọlọ́pàá mú mi yẹn, ọlọ́pàá máa sọ ẹ̀tọ́ mi fún mi. If you say anything, it can be used against you at the court of law. There and there, wàá gbé mi dé station, public legal aid. Tó bá gbé mi dé police station, wàá gba data mi, wàá gba fingerprint mi. That means pé wọ́n ti impute èmi Ọláyọmí Kóìkì. Ó mọ̀ ìdí tó ṣe yẹn. Kò mean pé in tí mo ṣe jí yẹn, ọlọ́pàá ló máa make a determination pé criminal. No, ọlọ́pàá kọ́ ló máa sọ pé criminal ni mí o. No. Ó fi jẹgba nìyẹn. Court ló máa sọ yẹn. Court ló máa wá sentence mi pé first timer. First timer. Court máa wá ní court máa wá make a decision. Kí ni decision tí court máa make yẹn? Court máa make a decision pé bóyá community service ní kó lọ fún mi based on the crime now. Because every crime, ìyẹn ni wọ́n ṣe. Oh yes, definitely, it's just, I have lived chemophilogy, and from Allah my career AD, but definitely not my own. I appreciate you, Mr. Debayo. But I can finish analysis. I'd rather use myself than make money. No, but we understand. Thank you so much. Now, I want you to follow why we are saying that Nigeria is being motion sorry, ma reflect padà sí ọlọ́pọ̀ tí mo rí ní Nigeria kò matter. But just think about the EndSARS, because everybody knows the reason why táwọn ọmọ EndSARS ṣe jáde. Grandma Combe, my beautiful auntie Gbemileke, àwọn yẹn back to back ni. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí night duty. Mo pe pàdé mi kan títí lánàá. A fẹ́ lọ sí ìmọ̀ àti gbẹ̀dú ká lọ sí court, ká lọ sí kéèsì kékeré máa dùn yẹn, but ìgbà táwọn time kò lè má kọ̀ lọ dógò síwájú court ni. Mr. Adesani, UK is not Nigeria. He's lucky they gave him 9 years. Sympathy. Sympathy from the Nigerian government. We need to discipline ourselves. That word discipline, kò sí nínú Nigeria. Báwa gan bá lọ Nigeria, a máa ń gbàgbé discipline yẹn gbogbo wa ni, including myself. Because a ti wà nínú ìlú tó wà lawless. So sometimes we do things, àfẹn tó bá wà conscious nìkan lẹ́ǹkankan pé mo lè ṣe lè ní UK o. Máa kí n lọ ṣe léyìí o. Ẹni tó ń fly bọ̀ láti Nàìjíríà tó ń gbé ní UK tó bá ti ń dénú plane, forget gbogbo tó ń ṣe Nàìjíríà, àwọn sisi ekere àwọn kéékèèké tó rọra ń gbà sí fún yẹn kò lè ṣe ní London o. Àgbàlagbà tó bá lọ sí ilé ijó for example ní Nàìjíríà, oríṣiríṣi ọmọ ló lè gbé, kò lè ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ní bíbá yìí o, torí pé fídófáì ló máa pè o. And these are all the reasons in the world. Ẹ bá ń kí grandma dáadáa, ìyá mi Gbemileke. Mo kí bàbá mi Adérinlé Yusuf and everyone tí mo bá ti dárúkọ, mo kí Mr. Lateef. Grandma Felicia, mo kí. These are the reasons why we are continuously saying that tẹ́ bá wá ní Koiki, gbogbo tó ń sọ ló yé wa. But state by state la máa débẹ̀. I'm not asking, ṣé ìfẹ́ wà láàrin gbogbo ẹ̀yà tó sínú Nàìjíríà yẹn? So court ló máa make a decision. Wo bí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti inú store títí dé police station. Court ló máa make a decision. And that means in tí kékeré máa do ṣe yẹn, àwọn kan tún wà, wọ́n tún ní sympathy fún. Do you know how many Nigerians are suffering for the negligence of no government? Gbọ́ mi dáadáa. Ṣé àwọn pé kò sí government in Nigeria? In reality, there's government. I mean, we know there's Buhari, there's a FCT minister, there's our governor, but ṣé government dé àdúgbò ẹ̀? Sórí ibi tí èmi máa fi mọ̀ pé government àdúgbò mi ní sí pé mo ṣí curtain mi báyìí, mo rí street light, mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé èèyàn kan bá ṣe nǹkan kan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, tílẹ̀ máa fi mọ́, tí bá gbọ́ púrúpúrúpúrú, ṣé mo pé a lo kò sí glass nìkan nílé tó ń gbọ́ yìí, kò sí iron metal tẹ́ máa fi lọ́kàrà yín bíi prison ní Nàìjíríà. There is no government in Nigeria. Government ta ní tí àwọn kan gbádùn, tí wọ́n wá override àwa tó kù, tí wọ́n ní ká ṣe sùúrù, kó play politics díẹ̀ náà, òun ni regional government tí bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ ṣe. And the regional government, ìlú yìí ni wọ́n ti draft that constitution. Let's show window. I'm feeling a bit. I'm gonna get a closer right. Don't shine. Be fresh and well there. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. Aago kan ṣe fi lọ lù ní. A ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ ayé jíjẹ níbí. Àkọ́rí pepper soup ni. Èmi ò rẹ́ mọtí. Pepper soup, you know, pepper soup ẹlẹ́ja. There has never been government. Okay, let me give an example. I went to Abeokuta Grammar School. There was government. Throughout the years, tí mo ṣe ní Abẹ́òkúta Grammar School àbá gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì pàdé. Bọ̀ fẹ́ mú kankan wá ni. Throughout, the government, because government is not there for any one of us. We never saw the government. There was never a government. At least, results mi lele. Mo ní ká síta fún yín. Make a result here for me. But this is Abẹ́òkúta Grammar School. Okay, jẹ́ ṣe báyìí. Kẹ́lẹ́ bá mọ̀ pé sorry. Kí ló kọ síbẹ̀? Abẹ́òkúta Grammar School. Abẹ́òkúta Grammar School, PMB 3006, Idiaba, Abẹ́òkúta, West African Senior School Certificate Examination is what anything nílùú yìí. I knew that in 1998. Eléyìí kọ́ ni mo fi ṣiṣẹ́ ní UK. Paper lásán. Advantage tó kọ́ fún mi ni pé ó fún mi ní that ground láti lè challenge wọn níbi iṣẹ́ pé òyìnbó tèmi sọ dájú jàgbàjàgbà tẹ́ǹsì àní ọmọ Jamaica ni mo kọ́kọ́ bá ṣiṣẹ́ níbi tí mo ti ṣiṣẹ́. Patois ló máa ń sọ. Èmi ò gbọ́ gbogbo tó ń sọ yìí o. Ó ń sọ òyìnbó ni. You know they speak English. That's my own result from 1995. Is what nonsense. It was nothing. But the only good thing is my mom decided that way just to get the background, just to give us the standard. But we never saw government helping us when I was in Abẹ́òkúta Grammar School from 1991 to Mowole, to Mofishit only 95. Àwa la máa lọ ràwé fúnra wa. Kí lorúkọ bookshop tó wà ní ẹ̀gbẹ́ school wa mo ti rántí ẹ̀ mọ́. Ibẹ̀ láti máa ìwé tí class kankan, I mean GS1, GS2, so tó bá ti débẹ̀ bá list ni ẹ ṣá gbogbo náà ṣàlàtì àbí àwọn tó ṣàlọ sí school. I'm sure you understand what mo ń sọ. Àti ní list àwa là ń rà fúnra wa. But not everybody can afford these things. So ẹni tó lè afford it, ó wá ń lose out. That is my own result. Result mi lele. Abẹ́òkúta Grammar School. Once again, only Abẹ́òkúta Grammar School. Ibẹ̀ ni mo lọ. Èmi ò ń ṣe Tinubu tó lè mú rẹ́kọ̀dì tẹ̀ jáde. So sitting here every day and ká máa ṣàlàyé fún pé Nigeria work. Because mo mọ etí mọ̀ sí mi ná. Òun dẹ̀ lè survive because òun ti sá kúrò Nigeria. Bí mọ̀ sí wa ṣe fi wá sí secondary school ni mọ̀ sí mi ti yá dànù. Ó ti wá jókòó sí London. Àwọn ìyá tó ń fi over $100,000 tó fi ń travel, tó fi lọ ń ṣe shopping, tó fi ń ṣe business, tó wá ń wo projection. Projection ni gbogbo nǹkan. Àwa lè má rí projection yẹn dáadáa, but bàbá kí tó yẹ ti rí projection yẹn pé this country tí à ń pè Nigeria kò ń ṣe bí bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ ṣe plan ẹ̀ fún ọmọ Yorùbá nìyẹn. If we remain in this country, bàbá yẹn ṣe Second Republic. Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Yawa Kemi Bello, for joining us briefly. Thank you so much. We love you. I'm sure you can always come back and watch the rest tomorrow. I don't blame any Nigerians. I don't want to be like Fela Durotoye and be telling you motivational this or motivational as well. You can be talking about motivation in a country where it's not working. Tabanso or motivational in this country. Hey, I want Louis love mama she motivational talk to mama share. Fela Durotoye can talk about motivational whatever in Nigeria. It's not going to work for you because there is no opportunity. It's lies. Oma relevant. Go and look at him. He's looking fresh all the time. He lives in a house where there's air conditioning, there's that. Because people say I could be the same thing. Look up packaging. Mr. Olumide Mighty. Packaging. Timber address by anything. Èmi náà kọ̀ wo àwọn tó ń ṣe irú àwọn nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Wọ́n náà kọ́ máa ń lo suit báyìí. Màá lọ ra lábọ́dé. Tèmi náà máa polish ara mi. Before you know, àwọn kan máa ó yẹ. But à ń sọ reality, à ń sọ system tó gbọ́dọ̀ work for everybody, not for àwọn kan. Yago Fesu Idawo Muki. And if I left secondary school in 1995, as at that time, could tell worst Dubai, could tell worst the time. She be expectation ni pé ká tẹ̀ sọ pé time tá a wà ní secondary school yẹn is a military time nígbà yẹn, because I ti padà sí democracy. We only got back to democracy in 1999. Ama Uche, how you doing, my sister? Welcome to the program. In 1995, it was still a military administration we were using. So let's even say that the military are idiots. All they know is just steal money, and nobody can question them. And it is true, we couldn't question them because they had gone. Muki Mr. Adis Shobo. Olusegun Oyesanya. Monka comment lórí. Yeah, Morino. One ko Alaba International, one Alaba Ragoni. I put Alaba International, but later on people were saying that it's Alaba Rago. So which one was it? Was it Alaba Rago? Because information tower go they say on ground. So we have to sometimes, we might put information out, but I was told it's not Alaba International, it's Alaba Rago. And there's difference between Alaba Rago and Alaba. Thank you so much, Ama Uche. I've been doing very well. I know you're in Italy. We love you. And, we love the Biafra. We love everything you guys are doing. We pray to, we pray Elohim, we pray Isheshe, we pray, Allah Akbar in Jesus' name, that whatever will divide us away from Nigeria continue to happen to Nigeria. Some people think that cause is wrong. Okay, so you want me to be praying for Nigeria? The same prayer that we have done for 63 years that have locked the bondage of each and every one of us, where your politician wants to come and do 80,000 pounds kidney transplant for his own daughter, but it doesn't matter if somebody else have the same situation in Nigeria and they cannot even do dialysis. Does that make sense? Doesn't add up. None of you are lazy. None of you should be held responsible for what you're going through. That is the responsibility of the government. Because if I left in 1995, so 96, 97, 98, 99, that is about another 4 years that democracy started. I left secondary school in 1995. And by 1998, that I left Nigeria, up to 2023, we are still seeing schools that doesn't have toilets. We are still seeing schools that doesn't have, the capacity to even accommodate students. Blackboard or shisha, nothing is working. Everybody, because you know what? Because there's no funding. Because if funding funny. Because if there's funding, then all the schools in the 774 local government will be up to standard. Do we have the money? We do. Nigeria has the money. But Nigeria fẹ́ jẹ́ kí ẹni àṣeyọrí ni wọ́n ṣe destroy education. Àwọn parents wa lè fund àwa because pound sterling ni mo sì mi fi ń ránṣẹ́ tó fi ń tọ́jú àwa nígbà tèmi wà ní secondary school, and I was not in the boarding, I was in the private. Ó dẹ̀ lè tá à ń sọ níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn kò ń ṣòwò kékeré. Taradec ni mo lọ. Àkọ́kọ́ lọ sí Anti-Beam, very close to Lantoro, high school. Nígbà tó yá, I moved to Taradec. Taradec yẹn wà lórí títì Ìgọ́mọdé hostel wà opposite wa báyìí, further down ní Iléṣàbí grammar school. Àkọ́mọ́ gbẹ̀yìn hostel gbùdùgbùdù báyìí. Àǹtí mo rẹ̀ fi ṣe tán ní secondary school, brand new outfit ní every time. Because mom sì tèmi lè fund ẹ̀. Ọmọ mélòó ni parent ẹ̀ lè fund that uniform alone? Ká má ti sọ owó òwe. And that's why people get dropped out from school. There's nothing even wrong about the drop out. That is if the enabling environment is there. Nígbà tí mo dé ìlú, mo realize pé school ò kì í ṣe big deal. I'm not joking. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi David Adegoke, ẹ̀ka lẹ́sà, wà lórí night duty. Àwọn kan ti wà lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ nísìn, security. A máa ṣe 12 hours, 7 to 7. A máa wà ní club. Ẹni tó ní PhD, ọmọ Yorùbá, kó lè bá survive. Ó ti lọ ṣe Uber. Àtúnsáré lọ ṣe security. Àwa ń ṣiṣẹ́ méjì just to sustain ìlú rírí burúkú yẹn. Àwọn kan máa ń sọ fáwọn pé àmọ́ tá à ń sọ. Àwọn òyìnbó yẹn ṣẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ló máa ń ṣe. Tó bá ní problem, á ní kó lọ bá government. Kò ń ṣe pé wọ́n kì í help ara wọn, but they believe that if you have a problem, iṣẹ́ government yẹn láti ràn ẹ́ lọ́wọ́. But problem tẹ́yìn ní nísìn, àwa tí à ń gbé burden yẹn, àtàwọn kan náà ń gbé burden yẹn nílé, because mo máa ń tọ́ ẹ pé they are doing very well in Nigeria, and they are not in politics. Kò dẹ̀ ń ṣe owó olè ló ń jẹ́. But because, one thing, they're doing very well. But problem tọ́kàn ni pé most of the businesses in Nigeria today, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi David Agoke, wọn náà wà ní Ṣẹ́nísìn, is at work. Ibi iṣẹ́ lọ ti ń gbọ́ mi. Ṣẹ́rí gbogbo yẹn kò mátà. Ẹ̀yin náà fi ṣiṣẹ́, ẹ̀yin tí wọ́n tó ń wò mí lé nísìn, ohun wọn náà kò máa ṣiṣẹ́. O lè sọ pé o jẹ́ àfáà kó wá náà ṣiṣẹ́. Irú àfáà ní London ti lọ faṣẹ́. Ó wá jókòó ní Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Oríṣiríṣi àfáà ló wà lóòótọ́ o. But àwọn tó bá lọ sí East London Central Mosque, àwọn Pakistan yẹn, àwọn àfáà àwọn ńláńláńlá wọ́n ti ṣiṣẹ́ lọ. Àwọn kò lè wá ṣe irú àwọn iṣẹ́ tí àwọn ò lè ṣe. Àwọn iṣẹ́ kan táwọn ò ní lè ṣe táwọn fẹ́ ṣe. Àwọn pé status wọn. But they are working. Mokiyawa, my brother Martin says, good morning, sir. You are doing a good job. Great work. God will continue to strengthen you. God bless Yoruba Nation. Yoruba Nation has come to stay. Some people might think that it's not going to happen, that all these conversation on the social media is going to end in social media. You are telling lies. Ama Uche Sekoiki, anyone still praying for the Zoo Nigeria to work must be complete Iwu. You must be Onyara, Onyuchi, Onyeberibe to be saying that Nigeria is going to work. My parents, my mom that is here with me on this live show, if she did not make that attempt to leave in 1991, I'm a Matoro Genoni, just as a lot of you. It is nobody's fault if your parent could not sustain you. It is the responsibility of the government to have taken care of that, your parent, to either support them and then support you, and then you can then come out and then support the country by paying back tax, and then it helps the system again. So it goes, Otunla Temitope, good morning. Omobolaji Abdullahi, my brother still doubt it, and I'll continue to tell him. There are still people that think that Nigeria, how can you say you want to break up Nigeria? What can I mean by that? To some people, it's like, Oroyon makes sense now. Killing people in so if you break Nigeria. But in reality, Nigeria wasn't a country. Well, I'm waiting for you as well. As you're waiting for me, sir, I am waiting for you as well. Because waiting for me is going to take a long time. We all have a role to play. African Confidential, you're welcome. David Adegoke. The system that was built Latifi Supportiwa has been destroyed, which is the regional government. How are you doing, my brother, African Confidential? And today, system in freedom, Oluwafemi, welcome on board. Muki Olagiri and the rest of you on the Instagram. Muki Yawa Irene Onobule Mufita Otomufukima Atenti Modaruko Yawa Odun Sonya Mukima. Emi abro inoni. Government don't need the bulk of the responsibility to look after us as Nigerians, but the government failed. So our saw Nigeria the try your luck. I don't want to try your luck because it may monotic in phase 2. Try your luck. I'll try it. Ìgbà mi á fún ẹ ní sweet kékeré kan, ìgbà mi á fún ẹ ní balloon. No, balloon ni. Okay, balloon yẹn máa wà ní different kékeré wà, ńlá wà, and then try your luck. Ìgbà mi wà get a big one, ìgbà mi wà get small one. Àwa sọ àwọn politicians olóṣèlú wa, àwọn náà wá lo advantage lé wa lórí, just as the military did for a very long time. Because democracy is meant to be for the people, by the people. Yes, you're right, Amauche. Biafra and Oduduwa freedom is inevitable. It does not matter how you feel about Nigeria. Your feelings is not what we are discussing right now. We are discussing about the reality on ground that the West destroyed, which is the indigenous people. Tuesday when I was in central London. Bobomo Irish Contimopade, it was a pure Oyibo. I think there was 2 Nigerians I met there. I don't have to give you the background of the meeting. It has nothing to do with Yoruba Nation. It's just a private life. Nimata sorrow, it was about 2 hours meeting. Tiwa Washington, Muang Agnati, Ikona, Bobo one sorrow, or my Irish. Only UK will destroy the borderline of most part of the world. I will not destroy it by changing the borders. And the moment you change the borders, I always like to use my map. This is the map of the world today. And it is in round shape. But I will round shape here, and it toward International Space Station, around, because I want to above one so they can see it, and that's why, International Space Station travel round. To decide bomi ile matishu, to mafide bomi ile timo. So what they've done, where is Nigeria again now? Nigeria is here, like I always show you. This is Nigeria. Right? You can see it there is the orange section. To your right on the top is Chad. To the up there is J. At the bottom is it lower in the bottom one. Can't see properly. Lower further down. It lele. She Senegal ni Mori avec kilo lele. Ojú mi gan ti mo rí dáadáa ṣá. Pẹ̀lú glasses me. I can't see. Ìlú Olúwa below Nigeria, because Benin wà ní bíbá, Niger wà lókè, Chad wà báyìí, but more ìlú tó kọ sí bíbá. I can't see it properly. I don't know if anybody can help. So what country are below Nigeria? If you look at the graph. So what the British have done is they've literally changed the borders from different parts, because Tabawo Benin is part of our land. So what they've done is, okay, it's Atlantic Ocean. Further down, Mori Congo, but before Congo, the country before Congo, Mori Gabon, but eléyìí ni mo wá mọ ìlú tó jẹ́, mo dẹ̀ rí spelling yẹn dáadáa, mo rí FRUN then K Cameroon ẹ ṣé gan ẹni ẹ ṣé gan ni àwọn intelligence àbí kí ni máa pè wá lórí program yìí. This is an intellectual platform. Thank you so much, Eniola Adewale Oluwaseun. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò Mọ́mì Comfort Ológunjà. TJ Majek sọ pé Cameroon, yeah. Ìtọ́ṣe ni pé wọ́n kọ́ ní K. So, you know, I think map yìí bó ṣe spell it, even for Nigeria, bó ṣe spell Nigeria is Nigeria. Nigeria, báwọn ṣe spell ẹ̀ nìyẹn. Mo kí ìyàwó Alájà Ọmọbọ́lájí ọmọ ẹ káàbọ̀ mọ́mì. So lókè a ní Niger, ní bíbá a ní Chad, ní Benin, a ní Cameroon, and then it goes further down. But the problem tá a ní nísìn ni pé the West in the 19th, 17th, 16th century, okay, it is in German spelling, okay. Ìyẹn mo ṣe ń struggle, Kamerun. Okay, it's in German spelling. Interesting. Eunice Uche, my own sister. How you dey? I hope the family. Are you guys on a bank holiday as well? Because we have a bank holiday in London on Monday. Is it the same thing around the world? Ṣé bank holiday wà káàkiri àgbáyé àbí lọ́dọ̀ wa nìkan ni? So Cameroon. And we all know that Cameroon, there's a lot of problems because Cameroon itself, they are the Ambazonia, for their right to self-determination. So the world is full of the evil that they've done. Mokibaba Idowu John, during the 17th, 16th, 15th centuries. Because what they've done is they've destroyed each of the borders by giving everybody different names. And if you remember in Amdekano say, is it possible for me now to give the British name? So by destroying the real territory is creating havoc today, because locking us with Nigeria is holding our potential. Because the potential doesn't mean that the people from the northern part of Nigeria will not survive. They will survive because the world has now told us that it is not even about the natural resources, it's about the human talent. Why is Facebook making more money than at least Nigeria? I mean, quote and unquote. Why is Google making more money than Nigeria? Hey, Tigbomi, Okiki Jesu David, Ekabo Surieto. Why is this just the reason? You're welcome to the program. Ekalesa. Mukibu Benye Egbon Lalu Barika. Eshegon Mr. Oluwasegun on here, legal aid. Why is Amazon working? Okay, let's not even say they're making money than Nigeria, but train Doshin Kojalale. It could be a cargo train, because I'm sure the last train, or probably is the last one. Why is it that these companies that I've mentioned, eBay, Amazon, Starbucks, name them, why are they working and then our own system is not working? Is it a deliberate act to keep us below the poverty line, quote and unquote, as Africans? And then you then also divide the indigenous people in that same Africa. And the Africa that we know today is not the Africa that was there between the era of where Africa was, because they've actually destroyed the borders. The reason why there's a fight going on in Ethiopia is because the borders, almost all the borders were destroyed. But what they are saying to us is, let everybody just manage each other. And the reality is, she ale manage yarawa. And even if we want to manage ourselves in Nigeria, we are still being held back by people that are not thinking in the same direction like us. And when I say people, does not mean the North. Even some Yorubas, politicians, are not thinking in the direction because they are not ready to be held accountable. And if you look again at the topic tonight, Nigeria is a failed country. It is not about how long the America tiwa in existence in democracy. It is not about how long the UK tiwa. We don't have to wait until 200 years and then we start talking about Nigeria will be a great country. Why should we wait that way? When we have known that even America that we know today is not the America that we are told, because we know that America from only build it. Do you know how many slaves were moved to that part of the world? Mukimama Elizabeth Adesoya, Ekalema, Prince Adeola Muki. Shout out to everyone that is watching and listening quietly. And Fimimo whiskey, Ateran turkey, Abi pork, Elomida Ramu Guinness. Everyone knows the truth. Some of us probably don't even want to have anything to do with Nigeria. But yes, it's okay. But what about the next future, the next generation? By removing our own true identity is a crime against humanity. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni báwa làwọn tí Abẹ́òkúta máa sọ. Every state in Nigeria has what it takes to grow, but they don't want it to happen because the moment you flourish, then you will not need to want to come to London. If you were doing very well, kí ló fẹ́ wá ṣe ní UK, kí ló fẹ́ wá ṣe ní America, kí ló fẹ́ lọ ṣe ní Australia, kí ló fẹ́ lọ ṣe ní Austria, Ọ̀gbárá Ọlákùmùkí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi káàbọ̀ sà. And as we always say, the Nigerian politicians might think that they are smart. Ike Kremadu was not smart enough. He thought what he was doing behind closed door was not going to come out one day. And just like what we are doing as well, if I'm doing anything that is against the Yoruba nation, Kolon to àṣírí yẹn síta, láìpẹ́ dẹ̀ ni, ní kíákíá. If I am doing anything against the movement, from not making the movement to go further, or I'm just here to just deceive and put everybody in the look that, we are for Yoruba nation, knowing fully well that we are not. Kolon to àṣírí mi. Kó dẹ̀ tú ní kíákíá, lọ́la, lénìí, lálẹ́, so that kẹ́ lè ṣe ẹlẹ́yà mi. But if I am doing it in the cause that we are looking at the projection that, fair enough, we have tried, even though we ran away from Nigeria, we came back, we wanted to survive, we wanted to try this, try that, and eventually it is still not working. Then Baba Akintoye came up and say, why not let us look at it in this direction? It's not the only elder statesman within the Yoruba land. We have a lot of people that are still alive, whether we know them or not. Ṣé Baba Akintoye nìkan ni 88 years old ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni? So are you saying to me pé Baba Akintoye nìkan ni 88 years old? So 88 years old tó kù tó ń sìn support in Nigeria, a lè sọ pé wọn ò làákàyè? Because I'm sure some of them are not doing very well. And the one that is doing very well, wàhálà mọ̀lẹ́bí ló máa pa, because they keep coming every day, owó school, owó this, owó gbá, owó hospital, this and that. Baba Akintoye is not the only one that is Muki, Mr. Adepeju. Ekalesa. Olú ọmọ Adédèjì, Ekale. Muki gbogbo yẹn tẹ́ ń wọlé lọ́tùn lósì. Kíkí ni Yorùbá fi máa ń kí èèyàn. official Ògúndáìró mo kí yín. Ṣé bàbá 88 years old nìkan ni ó lè mọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà ò ṣiṣẹ́? So Bọ̀dé George ò mọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà ò ṣiṣẹ́. Bọ̀dé George ń gbádùn ayé ẹ̀. Look, ilé bàbá Adébánjọ, ilé massive, èmi débẹ̀, mo wọnú bedroom wọn, but ní nǹkan tí mo rí nínú ilé wọn yẹn, no. It's a beautiful mansion. Àgbàlá ni. He's 95 years old. Bàbá sì tún sọ fún wa pé struggle continue pẹ̀lú Nàìjíríà. Àtẹ̀tí mọ̀ pé Ọbásanjọ́ in and out lòun, half this, half that. And there's still so many of them born in the 1930s. Because àwọn bàbá Akíntóyè are 1930 something. Ṣé àwọn bàbá yẹn nìkan ni wọ́n mọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà? So tí bàbá 88 ń sọ fún àwa 40 years old pé Nàìjíríà ò dáa, ìwọ wá ní bàbá yẹn ò ní làákàyè lẹ́nu tiẹ̀, kò ń ṣe lẹ́nu tàwa. Ẹ ṣé gan ni Mr. Ogbara Olaku say continue the good job. Because bàbá Akíntóyè survive Nàìjíríà. Ká tẹ̀ sọ pé the first 20 years of bàbá Akíntóyè wọ́n ní ìmọ̀ kankan. Because, I mean, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years. Mo kí grandma Lé Àjàyí. Mo kí mọ́mí wa Fọláṣadé Òjó. Ẹ káàárọ̀ mà. Mo kí ẹ̀yin ti Yankee. Ìrọ̀lẹ́ gbáko lẹ́yìn wà. Ẹ ṣe ń lọ sílé ni. Ẹlòmíì ṣì wà ní salon tó ń dirun. Irun ló ń dì l'Amẹ́ríkà. Kò cheap o. Àti máa dirun l'Amẹ́ríkà owó burúkú ni. Mo wish pé mo mọ irun dì. Màá kọ́ máa pa aṣọ gidi ni. Amẹ́ríkà ni màá sá lọ. Kọ́ náà pé wọ́n l'Amẹ́ríkà braids ó máa ń wọ́n gan. But iṣẹ́ ẹ̀yìn ni. If you don't have your $200, you can't make your hair to look good. Iṣẹ́ ni. Iṣẹ́ là ń ṣe nílùú òyìnbó. Kọ́lọ́n bá wà pẹ̀lú gbogbo wa. Kò ṣe pé a lè ṣiṣẹ́ ní Nàìjíríà. If we are paid the standard price and the enabling environment, mo ń fọbọ́ ní UK, mo lè fọbọ́ yẹn náà ní Nàìjíríà náà. But mo fẹ́ fọbọ́ ní Nàìjíríà, mo fẹ́ kọ́ disrespect mi, mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ kẹ́ jẹ mí lówó. So kí ni mo fi máa fọbọ́ tí màá lọ ṣiṣẹ́ ní Èkó hotel tí ẹ ní sanwó fún mi, tá a máa jà lé every month pé owó tẹ́ san fún mi ò pé. Tí ẹ ní respect mi, tẹ́ ẹ ní respect dignity mi pé ẹni tó ń fọbọ́ gangan ní value ju ẹni tó wá jẹun lọ. Because táwọn ò bá fọbọ́ tẹ́ fi ń serve oúnjẹ yẹn, báwo lè ṣe máa serve oúnjẹ fún ẹni tó wà nínú restaurant tó jẹ́ òyìnbó tó jókòó? Ṣèbáwọn òyìnbó láwa náà lọ serve ní bíbá as a waiter. Mo ṣe waiter, mo ṣe wine waiter, mo ṣe butler, mo ti ṣiṣẹ́ ní stadium, mo ṣiṣẹ́ ní Queen Elizabeth Conference Center, mo ṣiṣẹ́ ní top hotels nílùú yìí. Kí ló dé tí mo lè ṣe yẹn náà ní Ìjẹ̀bú Òde ní Ogun State? Tí hotel bá wà lógun State, tí mo lọ sí ṣé Gbénga Daniel backend team, ẹ bá mi send message yẹn sínú 979, màá kà lórí WhatsApp. Hotel wo la lọ náà pẹ̀lú àwọn bàbá oyè mo fi dárúkọ ọmọ wọn? Ṣé hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì Gbénga Daniel ni àbí kinní kan? Àti Omigbóná òṣìṣẹ́ gbogbo òṣìṣẹ́. Wọ́n pè eléyìí tẹ kí n tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ Yorùbá Nation lélẹ́yìí years back. Àlọ́ báwọn kan ṣe nǹkan kan ní Ìjẹ̀bú Òde. Ẹ bá ń send me message yẹn. Ṣé Gbénga Daniel lọ́nà ní hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì yẹn? I think it was Gbénga Daniel. Wọ́n pè Gbénga Daniel ló hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì yẹn. Air condition òṣìṣẹ́. Hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì tó máa gbọ́ pé ẹ má tan air condition náà. Generator or air condition. What kind of nonsense? How did we even get to where our Yoruba politicians cannot think the way Baba Awolowo is thinking? Tẹ́ bá tẹ́ fẹ́ ronú bí Baba Professor Akintoye ṣe ń ronú, ẹ tẹ́ máa ronú bí Baba Awolowo. Ṣé Fáṣọlá máa náwó mọ Baba Awolowo ni? Ṣé èmi mi ṣe máa sọ ìtàn Awolowo fún Fáṣọlá? Gbogbo ọlọ́mọ náà. Ṣé Fáyọ̀ṣe kò mọ Baba Awolowo? Bèbí ni wọ́n ṣẹ̀ bí wọn sáyé nísìnyí. Ṣé gbogbo àwọn tó ń ṣe òṣèlú, ṣé Shina Peller, èbí òun ni MC Olúọmọ disgrace ní pàtí kan tọ́jọ́ pàdé tó fẹ́ kí tó dá lóhùn? Ọ̀rọ̀ wọn ò wọ̀ mọ́. So why are we telling lies? So ẹ fẹ́ káwa máa ṣe analysis Nàìjíríà ọ̀dà ìyẹn lẹ fẹ́ kí mi dàgbà lé lórí? So kí a máa jókòó títí di 10 years? No. ìyẹn la Koiki kí ni way forward? The way forward ni pé a gbọ́dọ̀ gbọ́ àgbọ́yé yẹn ká prepare mind wa whether a máa lọ peace ni àbádẹ́ lọ peace kó dìjà kí gbogbo ẹ̀dá máa wọlé kálukú máa lọ Koiki ọmọ bógun ṣe ló ti fẹ́ ju ogun táwọn ní Ukraine àti kìnìún àwọn èèyàn máa kó and then so worst. America ti sọ nísìnyí àwọn sanction ní àwọn Sudan military general méjèèjì yẹn tó bá ti come into the round table táwọn náà bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìjà bó ṣe máa sọ fún Nigerian government yẹn fún àwọn sanction ẹ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ lágbára láti sanction ẹ̀ tó bá dẹ̀ ti sanction Nigeria bùsẹ́ni kọ̀ọ̀kan máa bá Nigeria ṣe business mọ́ ọ̀ntí tá a máa fi padà sórí round table but why ta gbọ́dọ̀ bára wa jà mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi the real norm is not late white lion if you are willing to learn how to braid. Hey. Only I started as a dishwasher, delivery guy, porter, line cook. Then I graduated to a state job. The journey is worst. My law, my mom, she ma call braids here, but the little mushi bedani, oh, by time me gone. But mo dúpẹ́ f'Ọlọ́run pé ó fún wa ṣe. Torí Ọlọ́run ló ń fún wa ṣe. Mo ti sùn. Bá mo jẹun tán lọ́sàn mo bí dára ẹ̀ mo ń gbọ́ lọ orin yẹn gbé mi lọ báyìí mo sùn lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ lórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì ni. Bàtà àwọn ọmọdé Mr. Koiki in the 1980 nígbà yẹn bàbá mi sọ pé Nàìjíríà ti bàjẹ́ kọjá ìdajì. Wow! Mr. Nuruddin Ajani Busari sọ pé ní 1980 bàbá wọn sọ pé Nàìjíríà ti bàjẹ́ kọjá ìdajì. Ẹ ṣé gan ẹ̀gbọ́n mi the real norm. And this is the kind of encouragement Muki Mr. Peter George that we want to tell ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé pé ẹ má rora yín pin pé torí àwa wà níta Nàìjíríà ló kó bá gbogbo wa àtẹni tó wà nínú ilé àtẹni tó wà ní African countries àtàwa tá wà níbí àtẹni tó wà ní Asia àtẹni tó wà anywhere tá bá wà ní àgbáyé this is the world but fortunately ibi tí ẹ̀yin wà presently ní Nàìjíríà tá à ń pè ní zoo country yẹn àwọn kan máa ṣoríire níbẹ̀ but majority mo wo Mayegun lánàá mo jókòó sórí chair mi bíbá sometimes I catch up with him because like I said my wife loves watching him a lot ìgbà míì my wife mi a máa wò á ti sùn lọ lórí chair ti ṣiṣẹ́ lọ ti rẹ bọ́dé náà pé máa wò ìyá yìí Mayegun tó ń wo ṣé Mayegun ló ń wo ẹni àbí wọ̀ ló wo Mayegun á ní kí n má change channel yẹn wọn máa wò ìyá sometimes we just laugh in the house àwọn ẹgbẹ́ mi báyìí àmà program ló ti sùn lọ màmá ti ṣiṣẹ́ lóyìnbó yìí zè bí bá lọ sí òkè nísìn ó lè ti sùn á dẹ̀ tán tv ló tán tv yìí fún panel because èmi ò tẹ́ láì tí máa ti fẹ́ sùn kí n tún máa gbọ́ sound kankan mọ́ just want to go but òun sì lẹ́wọ̀n àgbà àwọn sermon program oríṣiríṣi bẹ́ẹ̀ sì máa ṣe iṣẹ́ òru lálẹ́ kó bá ń ṣàánú àdúrà náà ni àbí àdúrà ló ń gbà agbára kì í gbà la máa ṣe sí wọ́n dẹ̀ ti ní ká double up àdúrà wa báyìí wọ́n mórúkọ wa lọ síbí mórúkọ wa lọ sàn ẹ̀ ń tọ́ra yín ni o ẹlòmíì máa forí gbẹ èpè inú yín èpè ẹlòmíì máa forí gbà ẹlòmíì máa kọ̀ forí gbé nǹkan míì èyí tó ń ṣe tí ẹlòmíì máa forí gbé lọ. So nígbà tí Mayegun ṣe program yẹn lánàá ó wá ń lo each state poverty tó wà nínú state kankan Nàìjíríà ó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń ṣe program tàná ní àwọn tó bá ń follow Mayegun dáadáa tàná yẹn ó wá ń show state yẹn Gombe kí ni Gombe tẹ̀ ń produce náà let me even go on Google Gombe State. Gombe State. Àwọn state mi wà Nàìjíríà tí èèyàn máa wonder pé Gombe State. Google tẹ̀ gbé jáde so Google recognize it. Gombe State was created on October 1st, 1996, a year after tí mo ṣetán ní secondary school. Gombe State is a state in the northeastern Nigeria, bordered to the north and the northeast by the state of Borno and Yobe, to the south by Taraba State. Àwọn kan béèrè pé is Gombe Fulani State? Oríṣiríṣi question àwọn èèyàn béèrè lórí Google. Gombe State is a multi-ethnic society that consists of the majority Fulani tribe. Àbájọ táwọn èèyàn ṣe ń béèrè pé is Gombe mo mọ̀ rí ṣá. How many people knows that? We learn a lot on this platform. Èèyàn mélòó ló mọ̀ pé majority Fulani tribe Gombe ló wà, who inhabit the northern part of Gombe State. They dominate 7 out of the 11 local government areas of the state. This include Duku, Kwame, Funakai, Nafada, Ako, Yamautu, Deba, and Gombe local government. Wow! Èèyàn mélòó ló mọ̀ pé Gombe State Fúlàní pọ̀ níbẹ̀? Ẹ má parọ́ o. Mr. Olani àwọn never knew that. Azeez Shakiru ní yes Koiki, so èyí mọ̀. Ṣé ẹ láwọn ọmọge níbẹ̀ ni àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ ti ṣe NYSC? Ọlákúnlé ní I don't know. Wow. Tí Majek sọ pé irọ́ pọ̀, they killed off and displaced the indigenous people. Okay, that's another angle. Ọmọlọ́bọ́lájí ní they have killed indigenous people and take over. So tó bá ti gba 7 local government nínú 11. Intolerance sọ yìí, tá a bá kúrò ní Nàìjíríà, wọ́n máa overrun wa o. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kó overrun wa. It might be like it's a joke, but àwọn Fúlàní wọ́n máa overrun wa o. A máa di second class citizen o. Mo lọ gbé kan ní store kan ní lọ́sàn-án yìí, gbogbo ilẹ̀ wà lórí live show pẹ̀lú mi. Ẹ wọ́n wọn yẹn ṣe intimidate ọmọ yìí kéré ni o. Ó intimidate mi nínú store. Ní London nìyẹn o. Koiki, same we do in Kwara, little by little they will take over. Kí ló tẹ̀ mú mi sọ Gombe gan? Mo tẹ̀ gbọ́ rí Gombe pé Fúlàní pọ̀ níbẹ̀. Is Gombe an Hausa state? Àwọn kan tó ń béèrè pé is it an Hausa state? Ẹ jẹ́ ìgbọ́n kan tọ́kọ. Gombe state is populated by the Fulani people. Kò tẹ̀ sọ pé Hausa ló ní, constituting more than half of the state population. Other ethnic groups include Boliwa, Tere, Waja, and Hausa people. The local government has an area of 52 kilometers and a population of 480,000. They can be a country of their own. So, kí ni Gombe offer Nigeria? Ẹ jẹ́ n tún lọ wò yẹn náà. Kí ni gbogbo jágbàjàgbà yìí? Báwo ṣe lè put yẹn náà? Okay, Gombe State. Wọ́n try láti wo bó ṣe fẹ́ question Gombe State. What does it offer Nigeria? Okay, only Gombe State governor. Tani governor or no? Muhammadu Inawa Yaya was born on October 9, 1961. Is a Nigerian businessman and a politician who has served as the governor of Gombe State since 2019. Who is the newly elected governor of Gombe? Governor Inawa Yaya of Gombe State won Saturday's governorship. Àwọn ilé akọ máa lo poverty line yẹn láti fi override àwọn tó wà ní state yẹn. Wàhálà wà o. God Last Brown ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Kí ló freeze YouTube mi? Ṣé torí pé mo move kúrò lórí ẹ̀ ni? Ẹ jẹ́ n túbọ̀ náà. Because the same laptop ni mo fi operate. Mo fẹ́ obi o freeze ni. Interesting. Mo kí Mr. Damola Tohib. Now, ìbéèrè tí mo wá fẹ́ bi ìwọ ọmọ Yorùbá nísìn ni pé kí ni relationship tí wọ́n ní pẹ̀lú Gombe State? Because this is how we need to know why you want Nigeria. What is your relationship with Gombe State as a Yoruba person? Mo kí lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ìyá wa Alága Ọmọbọ́lájí. What does Nigeria benefit Gombe? Okay, ẹ já wo yẹn. What does Nigeria benefit from Gombe State. Gombe State analysis of the economic benefit of Gombe internationally. Okay, again, click a Gombe State metric rise to national global. Okay, Gombe State resident benefit from 60,000 empowerment. I'm Afwani Indomie agent Kaile. Muhammadu Ismaila, Ibrahim Jaro Musa, David Daniel, Insu Musa, Gaddafi Adamu, Department of Geography, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, Nigeria, Department of Geography, Federal College of Education, Zaria, correspondent author, Muhammadu Ismaila, Department of Geography, Kilosolore, abstract. This study examined, okay, the economic benefit of Gombe International Airport. The study used secondary and primary data acquired from questionnaire survey. The respondents of the questionnaire survey were randomly selected from the passengers and purposely sampled from the management and the staff at the airport. The data was analyzed using descriptive statistics and line graph. Findings revealed that the airport has attracted local and foreign investors. Okay, local and foreign investors. So àwọn olóyìnbó ní foreign yẹn máa jẹ́ àbí àwọn Indian, Pakistan, àbí àwọn whatever in Chinese investors to the region, and also created jobs opportunities, provided a lot of revenue, and boosted the regional and international trade in the area. However, the growth of the airport is constrained by inadequate facilities and infrastructures. It is therefore recommended to upgrade the facilities and infrastructures at the airport in order to increase the economic benefit of the airport. Introduction. The aviation industry facilitates international trade by providing fast global transportation network globally. There are about 36,000 air routes connecting the world city. In 2011, airlines have transported about 2.8 billion passengers and about 47 million metric tons of air cargo through this route. In addition, the industry boosts a nation's economic development by creating jobs, promoting internal trade, and providing other aviation services. Air transport is one of the world's most important industries because it facilitates social, economic growth and development, blah, 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 the Oxford, blah, 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 blah. So, in reality, Gombe is located, now the study area. Gombe is located in the center of the northeast Nigeria on a latitude of 9 to 30 and 12 to 30 north, longitude 8 to 5 and 1145E as shown in figure 1. It has a land area of 20,265 kilometers. The state has an international airport which is located at Lawantin village, some 10 kilometers away from Gombe. The state capital is also surrounded by other 4 international airports located in Kano, Jos, Yola, Maiduguri. The state had an approximately population of 2.353 million people as of 2006. The real norm. Every state in the north comprises Hausa and Fulani, but in the north central we have more tribes like Nupe and Baki. Gombe, major resources are farming, agriculture, chemical paint, and allied products. Southwest. Majority might be coming from Gombe as well. Interesting. Wow. I first talked about result and discussion. The following examine the demographic and social economic characteristics of the respondent, trend in cargo and passenger movement at the airport to achieve a detailed analysis of the economic benefit of the international airport in Gombe State. All right. So in a nutshell, I think I'm seeing something to do. You're right, Egbomi. Marine control relate to agriculture, marine chemical, soap, beverages. So let me read that a little bit. The importance of the trend analysis in transportation studies cannot be overemphasized, as it is quite useful in the prediction of future trends. It is necessary for development planning. Gombe International Airport is one of the airports that handle air cargo in Nigeria. Table 2 illustrates that the volume of air cargo at the airport over the period of study between 2008 to 2014 is fluctuating, with the highest volume of about 3.676 219 kg recorded in 2012. That is AT cargo to Oshitoje cargo. This high traffic might be attributed to the liberalization policies of the government, as well as the expansion of internal and national trade market with region. The lowest air cargo traffic was recorded in the year 2008 with a total of 707,000 kg. This cannot be unconnected with the managerial problems of the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, as well as the air traffic accident experienced in Nigeria during that period. Consequently, a large volume elsewhere air cargo was moved through road due to lack of safety. You can see that? Lack of safety. It also seen in table 2 that a total of 10,727,000 kg of import and export commodities, which basically comprises of agricultural products such as the dairy materials, pharmaceutical products, textiles materials, electronics, computers, plastics, chemicals, soaps, and beverages were handled by the airport. These contracts with the Hong Kong airport, which basically transport people for holidays and visiting friends and family. So if you're in Hong Kong, you can just board a plane and just go and visit somebody. But in Nigeria, air cargo are expensive. If you want to travel to Abuja, I don't know how much it costs now, but I know it is very, very important that you might not be able to afford it. Well, I share it as this. Thank you so much, my brother. So in the nutshell, just to come out of these article and go through it, delay. Ṣé Gombe State kò lè dá dúró ni? Why should we be funding this state that is literally not producing anything to offer us as Yoruba people? Èmi ọmọ nílé ọmọ lọ́nà mo wà níta, wọ́n fọbọ́ ní London. Àwọn Fúlàní tó wà ní Gombe, wọ́n ń jayé tó ń bọ̀ láti Lagos State, ní revenue Lagos State, wọ́n ń pín fún wọn mọ́bẹ̀. Àníyà ti jẹ wá, ọlọ́mọ ìdíyà jẹ wá. Get nǹkan tí mo sọ. Gombe State nísìn kò ní value kankan. Kò ní kankan tó ń bí agriculture produce tó ń ṣe ẹ̀ náà. I mean, kò ń ṣe pé anything, but what okay, let me see how much ló ń gbà lọ́wọ́ government. Kí ni government allocation wọn? Let's look at that. Gombe, ẹ̀yà padà sí Gombe State again. Gombe State, federal allocation. Allocation by Masu Arabi Gombe. He said, as for us in Gombe, let the federal take 30%, the state 52%, while the local government takes the rest. Let's take a look at Guardian newspaper. Gombe governor seeks review of allocation sharing formula. This was in 2021. Sharing gbogbo àwọn kìíní, mo kí bàbá wa Olúwa láṣẹ. These are ibi tí problem Nigeria wà nìyẹn. Kòkòrò tó ń jẹ̀fọ́, ara ẹ̀fọ́ ló wà. Because àwọn useless state nísìn wọ́n ní ìwúlò kankan. But torí wọ́n tó wà ní southwest nísìn, wọ́n hold the war. wọ́n ti hold ayé gbogbo wa lọ́dọ̀ tí wọ́n ní north wọ́n mọ bó ṣe ń sort wọn out especially àwọn farmers wọn ó mọ̀dí torí pé ìwọ tó wò mí Fúlàní tó wà nínú igbó ẹ nísìn kò fi jẹ́ kí ìwọ lọ sí farm but ṣé Fúlàní ń disturb àwọn náà lọ́hùn yes but wọ́n mọ bó ṣe ń control ẹ̀ don't provide the gbogbo facilities for wọn they can produce enough agricultural produce which eventually end up in Lagos State and the Southeast and so many other places in Nigeria. But let's look at what this article 1st of September 2021. I can share that with you. So I'm just sharing that. Clement said 24 days to go. Widespread and free for all forms of vice will be normalized. There's no doubt that things are going to happen, and whatever is going to divide us, I can't wait and pray that it happens as quickly as possible. If it's going to be crisis, fair enough. I don't have a problem with that. If they're going to do a coup, let them do a coup, then we will then eventually free ourselves. The real non said the farmer can only feed themselves. Maybe 2 states at the most is beneficial state that produce more. Okay, thank you so much. The U.S. Senator Joe Lieberman is calling for China and U.S. to work together and repair and stabilize bilateral relationship. China and U.S. is going through a lot. Muki Mr. Olayinka Mushari message in the background, everybody. Thank you so much. And Emmanuel Oluwaseyi, we appreciate each and every one of you. Like I said, that is linked to Mofeka Missing we're posting here in case that you know about a good trade. I mean, it's always important when we're doing programs, people can also, have this information. Muki lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí bàbá wa Lateef Olamide Adelaja Adewole. Muki gbogbo yín nílẹ̀ Yorùbá life yọ ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan sílẹ̀. Elédùmarè Ọlọ́run ọba àjọkẹ́ ayé àṣàkẹ́ ọ̀run á gbé wa dé ibi tá à ń fẹ́ nítorí pé ibi tá à ń fẹ́ yẹn òun ni ó máa tẹ́ wa lọ́rùn. So link yẹn ni mo share yẹn. So now let's read a little bit from that article. Like I said, the headline was Gombe Governor seeks review. Tó bá sọ pé nǹkan review pé kó gbé yẹ̀wò. Just bàbá náà ṣe sọ pé ẹja gbé Nàìjíríà wò. Is it working for me and you? David Joseph, good evening and welcome to the program. So, Governor Muhammadu Yahya of Gombe State has advocated a review of the revenue sharing formula, with state having 52%, the federal 30%, while the remaining goes to the local council. The governor made it known in his keynote address at the nationwide sanitization review of revenue allocation formula initiated by the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission yesterday in Gombe. While commending Elias Imba led RMFC for initiating the review, Yahya noted that the last time such a review was successful conducted was in 1992. Since then, a lot of changes have taken place across our social and political and economic spheres, necessitating a review to ensure a fairer and equitable allocation formula that is compatible with our current realities, he added. According to him, all the 30 states collect a paltry 26.72%. I want us to take note of that. So, according to him, Bobo state of Nigeria gets what they called 26.72%. Whatever that is, I'm sure some of you will help us to break it down. And the 774 local governments in Nigeria, we have 774 local governments. You should ask yourself, is the government working in your own local government council? So according to him, the local government council is getting 20.60%. Okay. Then of the acres from the you're going to break it down. Kí ni meaning acres? Because about if jale no le máa lo àwọn ìbò tí kò yé àwa mẹ̀kúnnù báyìí ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ kí ló ń pè ní Akuras. So tàbá ní Akuras àbínú kò fún mi ní sound ẹ̀ jáde lálẹ́. Let me see if I can get the sound. Akuras kí ló mean? Okay, it's not okay. Oh, we got the sound. Oh no. Let me material. Akura, if pronounce it like that again. One more time. Share YouTube. Share to links. Thank you so much. Share sound here. I want to be sure that my sound is on the laptop, moving stream YouTube. So I want to be sure that the sound comes out. Not my own sound. This sound here, the lori Google Ejekimo. Okay, Kojade. So it's because I don't know how that is happening. I'm not using the software, so that's fine. Akura, according to Link, is like form of debt. Okay, so when they say Akura, we can also say the accumulation or increase of something over time, especially payment or benefit. All debt must be frozen with no further accrual of interest. Thank you so much to Links. And also Eshegoni, so sounding your daddy, it's okay. He's using my mic, but he's not picking the sound from the laptop. But so far it's fine. Okay. Okay, like I said, we're not picking calls. So now is also a charge for work that has been done but not yet invoiced, for which provision is made at the end of a financial period. So we now understand that Akura, what it means. Like mommy, the real norm to say Benue and Nasarawa state produce more food in the north. But one destroy Benue, we can see that there's a lot of attack going on in Benue state deliberately to hold things back. Lola Smith, 9884. Welcome to the program. We are discussing Nigeria again tonight. Nigeria as a failed country and why we Yorubas must run before it is too late. Because some of you will never visit the northern part of Nigeria, Tamafiku. Some of us will never visit, whether we like it or not. So why then are we trying to save the North? Save the North for? Oh, for the benefit of what? Ofefeyawo ni bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Ṣofefeyawo ni North ni. Ṣo ní family ni bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. To bá dẹ̀ ní family ni bẹ́ẹ̀, we can work things out through immigration. Cherry immigration, ó máa resolve the internal crisis tó lè fi wà pé Koiki bẹ́ ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí ẹ máa marginalize àwọn kan tá ti lọ fẹ́ àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò náà ìrọ̀lẹ́ ń pa a sì máa ṣe program yìí lórí irọ́ ni Koiki ẹ máa marginalize àwọn kan torí a ti lọ sí north ibẹ̀ láti gbé dàgbà ibẹ̀ láti ń ṣiṣẹ́ àti marry síbẹ̀ àwọn wa ti tẹ́rí gbogbo yẹn immigration will sort it out automatically. You just need to come and prove to the government of the day, just like being proof from UK government. I don't want to go back to Nigeria, and I told them the reason why, and we fought it back to back, and eventually they say, okay, we'll just let you stay. But tabadni koduro onigba benefit show okay from me, okay. So you will be able to become a full citizen of the nation that we are talking about without any hiccup. Because even you, as you are saying that you are Yoruba living in the north, what is the benefit of you living in the north? Could many benefit? Probably a little bit. So let's go back again anyway to Akura at the moment. So that means, according to the governor, at the moment, 2021, I don't know if that has changed, but we have an idea now that 26.72% ni àwọn state ń gbà ìyẹn 736 state ta ní Nigeria, while all the 774 local government get 20.60% from the federal purse. So láti our federal government. So I'm going to put the láti date in it. So in 6 in coronation day ọjọ́ ńlá nílùú òyìnbó wọn kò jẹ́ kí king wa kó dàgbà dáadáa kó lè rí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tó máa jáde nínú Nàìjíríà so that ìyá lè mọ̀ pé ó try whether he wants that or not I don't know but I'm sure those of us that want it care less whether the king wants a country that they've maintained for decades. Because we saw that the last time he was there, ọba kan jókòó síbí, ọba kan jókòó síbí. Tẹ́ bá wo picture yẹn, ẹ rí pé ó dà pé àwọn ọba north ni wọ́n fún ní preference wá síwájú Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀ wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yìn báyìí. Go and look at the picture. Again, those excuses are not acceptable. We have children all over the world. Come to Nigeria, the countries, we have bilateral relationship. So let's go back again to Gombe State. We're using Gombe State as the example tonight. So I was just going to take a little bit 30 seconds back. According to all the 36 states, collect a patronage 26.72%, and then the local government of 774 council get 20.6% of accruals. So we now understand the meaning of accruals because we couldn't understand it earlier from the federal pause. So leaving the federal government with 52.8%. Okay, now so leaving the federal government with 52. So àárín yẹn fi yé mi mọ́ nísìn ẹ̀yin ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n ẹ jẹ́ ká break it down torí mo ti get lost nísìn. State ń gba ṣé nínú 100% lélẹ̀ nísìn then nínú 100% tó ń sọ yìí ṣé èyí tí state ń generate ni àbí èyí tí federal government ní in 100% ó wá pín fún state according to the governor and the local government, because I'm lost now. Because if they're still also saying that leaving the federal government with 52.8%, what does that mean as a layman? To link say Koikimedia, Sultan of Sokoto is the king of Nigeria. Well, a lot of Yoruba people will not agree with you with that, but we know that because evidence shows that the West, British respect, Sultan of Sokoto than all other kings in Nigeria. Now, it says leaving 52.8%. Ṣé owó tí state in generating it, or is it based on 100% allocation, but government will hold the 52.8? The center, which is FCT, Abuja, one distribute 2672 fún gbogbo state. Ògùn ni, Ọ̀yọ́ ni, Anambra, Enugu, but ní gbogbo local government wọ́n fún wọn ní 20.60%. Clement also went on to say Gombe State have a limestone, they also have a coal, they have uranium, they have gypsum in natural resources. So that means Gombe can be a country if they don't want to be part of the Arewa nation. So you can see that the understanding of these statistics, Dan Soy, only impact, because if we are paying 52.8% loss in center, right? 26.72% is not enough to cater for me and you in the state tower. And that is why government Ododoyin, because the government, your governor now is looking for funding. Mumba Padimi Konsoro, only your state, if you watching in London, they're looking for investors. All that is just fraud anyway, as far as I'm concerned. She marking the owner for watching in London, I don't know when, but I'm about on it. Padimi, I don't saw Laroy. My question is, àwọn governor náà wá owó tó fi run state. Ṣó mọ ìdí tó ṣe ń wọ́wọ́? Ṣó rí resources tó wà lábẹ́ ilẹ̀ wa yẹn? Governor kankan ní right láti tọwọ́ bọ̀. Ọwọ́ federal ló wà. Tó bá jẹ́ pé àwa là ń control, tó bá jẹ́ pé country tiwa ló ń control, a máa lè ní access sí lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. But lè ní access sí, to links went on to say the 1999 constitution have made it so many states in Nigeria redundant. Every state has its own mineral resources to survive, but they can't touch it because the constitution of Nigeria literally say you do not have the right. I mean, Osun State governor kò kàn lè lọ ní síkó ni ẹ máa wá góòlù yìí àfi fi tọ́jú ẹ̀yin ọmọ Osun State ẹ máa jẹ̀yà kú ni mo sọ́rí gan. The same thing in Ogun State, the same thing in Ondo State, the same thing in all the states in Nigeria. Your governors cannot just start, digging the resources or bring investors in and they say, dig it and let's make revenue and we make life better for me and you. Because Constitution Nigeria ought to stop one from doing that. But tó bá yẹ pé on our own, okay, ní crude oil. Okay, àwọn tó ń ra crude oil lọ́wọ́ tiwa náà, ṣebí torí pé wọ́n ní crude oil ni. Daughter of Thunder TV, welcome to the program. It's because they don't have the crude oil. So whatever we don't have, quote and unquote, as a nation, we will also have to buy it. Even if we have to buy the human talent, we will buy it. If we have to buy the technology, we will buy it. If we have to go and train everybody to the standard of where they can know what to do, we will do it. But everybody is expecting that the Nigeria that they love will work without going through the breakdown. This is a breakdown that we are discussing now. This is the reality. Reality is about, the reality is not, we love Tinubu, we're just shouting, Wasiu is playing, he's dancing, everybody is happy, we are drinking pure water, we are dancing, we are raga, we are rogo, and from there, àwọn kan tún ṣe kíbọ̀rọ̀kì, ẹ tún bímọ sínú problem. That is not the reality. The reality is Gombe State is not providing anything in Nigeria. Even though they have their resources, let them go their separate ways so that we can control our own resources and look after everybody. So that Oriyomi Hamzat, any less pressure, Lori. Cocoa Foundation, any less pressure. Kanasti, àtèmi náà, àti gbogbo àwa tá à ń ṣe NGO, a lè ní less pressure. Oh, fẹ́ yẹn. Okay. Ìtẹ́ fẹ́ ni pé ká máa tanra wa. Laptop yìí wúwo gan ṣá. Be careful. Ìgbà míì tó bá fọwọ́ kan gbé báyìí, wọ́n náà bó fi jáwọ́ mi wálẹ̀. If Californium is more valued than gold, kini yẹn sálọ, mo fi sáré kà. Is more valued than gold, then I think Borno State should be the richest state in Nigeria. You can all see why. We've done 2 hours already. Should we open the phone line briefly? Let's open the phone line if you want to call in, because I have to end the program. I didn't know that we've done 2 hours already. So you can see from this section why you do not have electricity, because the government cannot provide electricity because there's no fund for it. You can see why you are not getting any benefit in Nigeria as a Nigerian, even though Amani gbogbo nǹkan, but kò sí lọ́wọ́ àwọn gómìnà wa. They are just there as a puppet. Puppet ni gbogbo àwọn governors. They are all puppet. Look, forget about all the siren they are moving around. They are puppet. Forget about them going on helicopter to Abuja. They are puppet. Forget about the kind of projection that we are fixing the road. They are puppet. And that is why, from what I'm told, Oyo State is coming to London looking for investors to come to Oyo State and invest. So you think you think they're stupid in your own cocoon, that they will leave? Yeah, I mean, there is money in Nigeria, don't get me wrong, but they have to also factor the risk, not insecurity, the risk of the instability. And in the world, though by stability, investors doesn't want to touch it because CEO company mama will risk it. Because all board of money break down. And it of pump, let's say, give and take, one. And if I invest £10 million sínú Ọ̀yọ́ State, kí lẹ rò pé ó ń wá, ó fẹ́ make owó ní now, but ó máa factor risk yẹn náà. And the risk in Nigeria, security, government policy, the economic growth instability. Because if I am the CEO of this Vaseline, and your governor or your state come to me and say, Mr. Koiki, we have the land, we have everything. All we just want you is bring the production into your state. We have to then start talking about the details. Why do you think that Elon Musk told Jack Dorsey, the guy that owns Twitter before, that phone, because there are so many fake accounts on Twitter. So by the time they started vetting it, they realized that they couldn't defend it. I'm sure some of you that follow that trend. So it's not that, and yes, to links also the not challenge government policy. And the real norm says California is costlier than gold, but we don't process or take inventory. The government need to be faithful and transparent in their dealing. Towards the faithful and transparent, do we think that we can get a government that is faithful and transparent? Where Buhari told us that he has seized the property from this guy, Buhari told us that he has taken the property from him and the property end up with this guy. Is that the transparency? I have a printout here. I wonder for Koiki. But I'm she mistake she results in school. Then the government told us that the property that Aluko end up to become the son of the incoming president got the new property. Who is fooling who? Aluko stole your money. Oh, you don't know that the money that this guy used to buy the house in UK was the proceed of the crude oil that should have returned to Nigeria and even support the government of Nigeria. But the money got stuck somewhere in Europe, somewhere in Asia, and they end up here in UK where Aluko paid $15 million for the property. But when Buhari came, he said, no, Aluko, you be 419, Yoruba boy, only, you and the Zeni, the Igbo woman. But now another Yoruba criminal and the son of the drug baron has now paid $11 million for the same property. Do you see that we have a big problem? Olegba. Check his Yoruba ko le ye. Aluko tó ń wò yìí. Yẹn mo lè sẹ́yìn. Aluko. Water crude oil. Wọ́n dáwó padà sí Nàìjíríà. Owó yẹn wá lọ ó padà sí London. Ó ra property $15 million. Ìjọba Buhari wá dé. Buhari wá ní Aluko lè. Ọmọ Yorùbá ó lè. Ìwà tí Dezeni, and they were able to trace Aluko property to London, and the property, from what we are told, was confiscated by the federal government, and the property ended up to become Sheikh Tinubu's property again. And I'm asking myself, are we stupid people in 2023? Are we dumb? Is it the kind of life you want to stay? I just don't understand. Gombe State, Olegba, Barawo Bansani. And this has been going on. Let's go back to Gombe State again. He, however, said over the past decades, the roles of state have expanded while our revenue allocation has remained the same, as we are forced to deal with emerging challenges like insecurity, environmental degradation, decaying infrastructure, inadequate funding for primary health care and the basic education. Loot and relating by the superior officer. Intima Iso is exactly why everyone, Muki Eki's Joy, welcome to the program. Ademola Tohib. These are all the reasons in the world. We're going to end the program now. I feel a little bit tired so that I can call it a night. And then tomorrow will be another day. Let me read that part again. Governor Gombe, only láti decades. Decade, that's every 10 years. I've used 2 decades in this country. I've used 20-something years. Elomiti 40, Elomiti 50, depending on time. But I want to 60, I want to dagbalagba. Do you think that Nigeria will work? When? Omodami Larry, good morning as well. Don't blame yourself too much that you had not done anything for yourself. Victory said Nigeria will keep getting worse and worse. If there's another word for worst, because from TMI is only 2021, only for over the decades, Raleigh State, Ogun State ni, Anambra State ni, Sokoto State ni, Kaduna State ni, Oyo State ni, Lagos State ni, Akwa Ibom ni, Gombe náà ni, Bauchi ni, Zaria ni, all the 36 states with revenue táwọn ń gbà kò tó mọ́ láti fi tọ́jú gbogbo wa. So why are we forcing ourselves on each other? That's why I said, gbogbo àwọn governor tẹkọrin tán lọ sàárè náà I remember going to Ibogun in 2017. Mọ́tò tó tẹ̀lé Amosun wá síbẹ̀. I keep asking myself, ṣé wọ́n need gbogbo mọ́tò ìṣá? Ṣé mo kọ́ àwọn mọ́tò mi wà nù bẹ̀? Driver nìkan ló ń drive ẹ̀, kò ní passenger. I was able to check it. Nígbà tó dé, bó ṣe dé, ọkọ̀ wọnú lè lọ́rọ̀ bá Ọbásanjọ́. Ọtọ́ wá jáde wá sórí field. I have the video, type in Koiki. Ibogun, 2017. I was there, 2017, 2018. Waste of resources. Why are they traveling with over 40 convoy? Torí kíni? Kíni distance governor office sí Ibogun? Gbogbo journey yàn tó 1 hour. Ó dẹ̀ wá pẹ̀lú 40 vehicles. Wá dẹ̀ block títì. Gbogbo ẹ̀ ṣe yàmà yànmọ̀. All he needed was just, probably maybe 10 cars maximum or 5. Security, okay, emergency, bí a ti governor bá fi dákú tó fi kú dànù, kó lè bá pump ayé, adé ní babaláwo nínú mọ́tò, kó lè bá pọ̀fọ̀ fún kó dìde padà. Mad people every time, they think that they're not going to die. You will all die. Ẹ máa kú níjọ́ kan. You will all die. Bọ̀kẹ́ tó kú ẹ̀ ṣẹ̀sìn ni. Torí pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń ní ọmọ Yorùbá lára, ẹ máa ṣẹ̀sìn ni gbogbo yín pátápátá. Because ìnira ti pọ̀ jù. Àyẹ̀nú ìjọba yẹn lọ, mo play anthem nígbà tá a dé, a gbọ́dọ̀ play ẹ̀ka tó máa lọ nísìn. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. 3 minutes past the hour, and I hope you've great Yoruba nation. I just cited you, my brother. We will continue to give you the analysis. Ilé ìta sọ yìí, Gombe State kò ní ó ní value fún àwọn, but ìṣí wò fi lọ gbé ní Gombe State ni. Ṣé o fi lọ Gombe? Kí ló fi lọ mú bẹ́ẹ̀? Tí Gombe bá dá dúró, tá bá ní relationship tá lè ṣe pẹ̀lú wọn, á lọ ṣe níbẹ̀, but for now, kí ló fi lọ mú ní Gombe State? Ṣé máa relocate lọ sí? Okay, how many people is ready to relocate to Gombe State? Before we go, I want to say, how many of us are ready to relocate to Gombe State? Kí la fi lọ mú ní? Àti relocate lọ sí Èkìtì, àti relocate lọ sí Ọ̀ṣun State, àti relocate lọ sí Ogun State, Ọ̀yọ́ State, Kwara State, Kogi State, kò sí state tàgbàgbé. So kí ló fẹ́ lọ gbé ní Gombe State fún? Kí ló fẹ́ lọ gbé ní? So why are we keeping to ourselves together? Let's go separately. But the politicians, àdìdàgbàdà bolẹ̀ báyìí. And then that's it. I'm sure the governor, àwọn tó vote fún Indomie àti 50 naira. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ọmọ Dámiláre. Kí la fẹ́? Lagos State gan àìtí ìjáyé Lagos State délẹ̀ yẹn wá gbéra lé Lagos State. Lagos State tí gbogbo wa fi hustle because ibẹ̀ ni hustle wà. That's why tẹ́lẹ̀ ó ṣe pọ̀ níbẹ̀. That's why tí infrastructure ṣe wà, kò ṣiṣẹ́. Kò pressure ti pọ̀ jù. Owó ò dẹ̀ tó láti fi upgrade infrastructure tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá dẹ̀ ti upgrade ẹ̀ á máa decay ni. And we hope Governor Sanwo-Olu will do what he can do to leverage. Tẹ́lẹ̀ ò bá pọ̀, ẹ lè stop anybody. Èwo ló ń dún kẹ́ ìbúrò sọ́run ẹ̀ wá ni níbo sí wo padà. Mo ń gbọ́n hàn láti ìbò sí ìbò irọ́ ni. Anyway, ẹ jẹ́ máa lọ́lẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ play anthem. I'm tired already. You can tell from my voice and I can't go further. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí odò agbèwà ọ̀dàlẹ̀ nìkan ni kò ní gbé. Bó bá jẹ́ mi náà ní ọ̀dàlẹ̀ kò gbọ́dọ̀ gbè mí. Mo lè sọ pé tó bá jẹ́ pé a ní nǹkan míì tá à ń ṣe lẹ́yìn tó yàtọ̀ sí Yorùbá nation. Mo tún sọ fún Elédùmarè má bo àṣírí mi, bá ń tú àṣírí yẹn ní kíákíá torí pé àbọ̀rọ̀ má bo àṣírí yẹn kò dáa. Jẹ́ ká àṣírí yẹn kó tú síta bí àkàrà elépo àbí whatever. Àníríjì bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ mo kíyà tó bí mi lọ́mọ. Remember ṣòfin lọ gbé ní Gombe State. Láàkí mọ̀ sí mi lọ sí Zaria àti Jaji nǹkan kan. Mo rò pé wọ́n sọ pé àwọn lọ Gombe rí, Gombe State. And àwọn obìnrin dẹ̀ jẹ́ bí torí military, because we have a lot of family that are military as well. Then Jaji, mo kàn sí máa náà lọ. Gbogbo dáàmì ìlú save o. Bí wọ́n bá dánwò ẹ̀wò nísìn gbéra Gombe State. Fúlàní ajé ẹgbẹ́ ni. Ó rán ẹ̀ lámà sùn. Iṣẹ́ wà fúnlẹ̀ wá, forílẹ̀ ibi wá. Kàgbéga. Ìgbàgbọ́ wà ní pé ká ti bẹ̀rù. Ká ṣiṣẹ́. Thank you, great Yorùbá nation. Ó dàárọ̀. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ni ẹ jẹ́ ká máa lépa. Tẹ̀síwájú fọ̀pọ̀ ire. Wọ́n ń kúnlé síta. Ó dàárọ̀. Sweet dreams, everybody. Ọmọ Odùduwà. Bọ́ sí ipò. Ó dàárọ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi dé real non. Babamidele Michael. Ó dàárọ̀ akérèdé. Orun ayọ̀ la máa sùn. Wòtòwòtò ó tún bọ̀ láàárọ̀ ọ̀la lágbára Elédùmarè. Ẹ̀yin tèmi ní mixlr. My love yín kò ní. Orun ayọ̀ la máa sùn. Ó dàárọ̀. Bye for now.